All right, peace of Christ to all of you. And today we welcome everybody to be with us. This is a Christian Prince in hello, and may the Lord bless all of those who are looking for truth. Uh, Today, as usual, our topic is about Islam. Now, the title is about 7-Eleven, and maybe some of you might ask, like, why I choose 7-Eleven. A 7-Eleven is a store where you can find, anything. Everything is possible. Any product can be added to the shelf because they are they are not a store of a specialty or specialty. Sorry. If you want something for shaving, you go to 7-Eleven. If you want a drink, you go to 7-Eleven. If you want food, you can find in 7-Eleven. If you want a battery, I'm sure all of you knows what this story is about. And I find that the Quran and Islam is a form of 7-Eleven. But this 7-Eleven contain most of it bad quality. You see, in most of Western countries, there is a department where they watch they watch product, the quality, and they watch for security, they watch for health, they watch for many things, and you need to get approval for your product. And if there's anyone complain, your business is gone. If somebody get hurt or something. However, the product of the 7-Eleven of Islam have nothing to do with the 7-Eleven in America. 7-Eleven in America have a lot better product from Islam. So today we are going to speak about the 7-Eleven of Islam, not the 7-Eleven of America. Now, please, I want to remind you to copy the link of the video and paste in every Facebook you can, so we can get more and more people to listen and to learn. One of you, he asked me if I can make a short news presentation before we start. You see, I don't mind to speak about the news, and actually I did that before. But the news, it's always disgusting and nothing really good. I mean, what I will tell you, that yesterday somebody shot somebody, but maybe you are talking about major news. For me, I don't believe really in any news you hear in TV or in radio station. I will give you an example. If you go right now to Al Jazeera TV as an example, which is a very famous TV station sponsored by the terrorist, the Prince of Qatar. If you go to the Arabic Jazeera, the news is totally different from the English Jazeera. I mean, there's nothing really to share between them. Why? Because they present to the Arab their own, let us say, recipe of a news which they like, and they present to the Western their own recipe of a news which they like. All those TV stations are business, and in the case of Al Jazeera, it's a terrorist mind business. The Prince of Qatar, he established a base, the biggest base of America Army, USA Army, in the Middle East, is in Qatar. In the same time, he is #1 supporter for ISIS and for Al Qaeda. He is #1 who teach hate against Israel, but in the same time, he raised the flag of Israel, and the embassy of Israel is open in Qatar. He is the same person who say we want democracy in Syria, but a man who made a poetry against him, he sent him to jail for 13 years. I mean, this is a country taking advantage of the money they have, and money work. They are buying power and all over Europe. If you go on right now and search for investment of Qatar in France, you will not believe it. England, Italy, Poland, even Serbia, which is supposedly the most country they hate as the Serbian. So those Islamic countries, especially the small tiny ones, they don't have a huge army, they don't have a huge countries, so but they have a lot of money. Actually, the reasons they have a lot of money because they are small countries. Because you know, when you have a country, the citizenship of this country is like few hundred thousands, and you have an income of a bunch of billions of dollars a month, then you know, I mean, too much money to spend, and then they would try to buy authority and power by money, and money give them power for some time. So I don't see really in the news anything to share with you because all of it is fabrication. Even the news which speak against the ones we don't like, I don't trust them. You know, I don't trust news. I don't believe in it. Everybody have his own propaganda. Like the left, they keep talking about Trump. The right, they keep talking about Trump. Everybody talk about his own versions of the news. So if you want to hear news, I advise you to look for it by yourself and be smart, for there is no news to be trusted. So let us concentrate in our topic, which is Islam. All right. Now I saw in Facebook a post of a Muslim Abdul, and I will give you an idea how smart and how intelligent the Abduls are. Let us go to the Facebook and see. Genesis 1:2-6. Since above verse alleged that God created us in his image, is God black and white too? You know, when the Muslim try to be smart, he insult himself and he insult his prophet. Muslims are stupid, dumb as their prophet. If we go in the hadith, you will see that your prophet, the thief, he is stealing the same exact sentence and he put it in his book. But I mean, you talk to who? To a smart Muslim? It's impossible. Let's see what Muhammad he said. Muhammad the thief. I hate this keyboard. See, I used to have stickers. I bought this keyboard, but it's half Arabic. But I need to look for the letters. Not used to it. Anyway, Abu Huraira, the father of the cats, said, listen, Abdul, watch with me, Abdul. The one who's asking if Allah, or sorry, your God, or sorry, the God of the Bible, not Allah, he created us black or white. You Muslims are dumb. If you read the Bible, you will see how the Bible present the white and the black and what happened. However, look what your prophet, the thief, he said, claiming that this is his own words. Actually, we can show you many hadith. This is just one of them, but let me show you something more clear. And look, look what the Quran or what the hadith is saying. In English, the translation is always different. Abu Huraira said, don't say may Allah make your face ugly and any face like your face. Almighty created Adam. There's no plus him and etc. There's garbage here. All right. Actually, there is. Grant him peace in the form he ordained. What? It doesn't say that. It says ala suratihi. He created him in his image. Actually, if I search for the hadith in English, I will get for better answer. Hold on. We switch to English. Muhammad forbid actually any person to beat a man in his face. You can beat him everywhere, supposedly Muhammad being a good man, because if you beat Adam in his face, you are beating the Adam in the image, which the image of God. But for sure the Muslim, they have different interpretation for this. Let's see. Read with me. When any one of you fight with his brother, he should avoid his face, for Allah created Adam in his own image. Bingo. Do you see it? Allah created Adam in his image. So obviously you're a prophet, you stupid Muslims, you are making fun of the book of Genesis, saying God created Adam in his image, and you are talking about if he made us black or white. What is the explanation of being black and white in Islam? Should I show you? Should I show you that the black people, they are cursed, this is why they are black? Huh? Who is the Muslim here when a challenge? So you're a prophet. He took the phrase from the book of Genesis and he said, don't beat a man in his face. Why? For sure I don't look like Adam, you know. I mean, why I will look like Adam? We look like Adam as a general, like, you know, as a man. But none of us look the same as the other, unless you are a twin or perfect twin. It might happen. So why you cannot beat a man in his face? Because Allah created Adam in his image. So when a dumb Muslim, he tried to make fun of the book of Genesis because you do not know that this is something mentioned in his prophet mouth. That is proven to us how dumb the Muslims are and how stupid when they make an argument. It's impossible to find a smart Muslim. All right. Do we have any Muslim here want to challenge me until now? Actually, if you have my books, The Deception of Allah, you will see the reference how Allah, he made the black people black. And we showed you many times that the black in Islam present a curse, sin, bad. And Muhammad even compared the black ones to the dry grape, rising head. Why he compared the black people to a dry grape? Because he's obviously making fun of the black people, saying that they are not equal to the white one, for they have a face, according to Muhammad, it is ugly. So when a Muslim, and the guy who is talking, he himself is an African. I mean, this is how dumb some Muslims are. If you are an African, you should be the last one who be accepting Islam. Now, do we have any Muslim here that disagree with us? Please let me know if you like to call me or you like to speak about it. Any Abdul? Until now, I don't see any Abdul when it challenge. All right. Please, guys, don't forget to copy the link for our video here and paste around. And I hope soon we will get some Muslims who have the courage and the knowledge to debate me, and I will be happy to have you. My favorite Christians, they are among of the best. Talking down Islam. Okay. Mr. Atheist, I'm glad that's the person you mentioned you like. What I can do for you. There's something I can do for you. Or you are here to talk like a kid. Let us be smart. Sometimes, like I feel like some people, they are here just to get attention. This is an adult broadcast. If you are a kid, go play with kids. Do we have any Muslim? I will open my Skype in case Muslims would like to call me. Any Muslim? So no Muslim? Nobody have a problem with what we said? I'm so disappointed. You know, I always expect Muslims to challenge me and etc. And I notice that Muslims are pinky people, the same as the picture we see in the front of us. Is animals are Muslims? Yes, according to the Quran, animals are Muslims, which is very stupid. You know, this guy Muhammad is madman, because the Muslims, they say the pigs are dirty, the pigs are filthy, and then they say to us in the Quran that all animals, they are Muslims, and even Allah, He gave them a book and they preserve the book. If we go in the Quran, you will see the following. Let us switch to Arabic. All right. وما من دابة في الأرض ولا طائر يطير بجناحيه إلا أمثالكم وما فرطنا في الكتاب من شيء ثم إلى ربهم يحشرون. Chapter 6, verse number 38. There's not an animal on earth, nor being that flees with its wings, but a community like you, nothing we have omitted from the book, and they all shall be gathered to their Lord at the end. This is, by the way, fast translation, because it says all will be gathered. Yuhsharun. Yuhsharun in Arabic means they will be gathered for judgment day. This is why Muslims believe that if there is two goats, they fight with each other, they will be placed in the front of the judgment of Allah. As an example, once I asked a Muslim, any animal or anything fly. As an example, a fly, even though it says here a ta'iron, which means a bird, but it says all the creatures. So I said to him, do Allah is going to take mosquitoes for court because the mosquitoes suck my blood? He said yes. Allah will question the mosquito, why she suck your blood. So the Muslims, obviously, they have mental issues, and imagine if God is the one who made mosquitoes live by blood, then God, He will punish the mosquitoes for drinking blood. It's the same story of Adam. For Allah, He made Adam sin, and then Allah will judge Adam for sin. Same story of a human being. For Allah is the one who wrote our destiny according to Islam, and then Allah will force us into hell or heaven because He wrote our destiny for us. So Islam is stupid by nature. It doesn't matter where you go, you will find something stupid and something funny. All right. Now, you know, the verse in the Quran says, وَمَا فَرَّطْنَا مِنَ الْكِتَابِ مِنْ شَيْءٍ, and they did not destroy any of the book. All of those are society and they are Muslims, you know. Actually, I can show you many hadith where Muhammad, he made an animal convert to Islam. Is that true, Muslims? Is that true that there is animals convert to Islam? Huh? Even there is animals who say Shahada in Arabic. Let me get you some reference. Even the trees, they say Shahada. Unbelievable. All right. Let us see. Which hadith we will give you. All right, let us see this one. Let us see. This one. Where is the hadith? I was going to talk about you know, I'm working in my book, by the way, so the sites you see open, those are part of my book. I'm looking for reference, and the reference, I don't want to change the topic. The reference right now in front of me is about that the testicles, they are attached to your nose. So if a human being, if a man, he smells something, his testicles goes solid and they became horny. And this is supposedly the explanation of the action of testicles in Islam. Why a man, he get horny? He smells something, you know, and then like a smell like a woman, or smell like a perfume of a woman. So his testicles right away go hard, and then he get horny. But anyway, this is not our topic. So let us go to the hadith. Where is the hadith? Tafsir, hadith. Hold on. Be aware of testicles of some men, or smell, you know. All right. I could not find this hadith. That's no way, because I remember I say it. I saw it before. Because this is in Sunan al-Durami, so it must be here in the website. Let us try again. No, I see nothing. Anyway, we can look for the hadith and Google in Arabic, but I don't know why. Why we cannot find it. Anyway, I will find it in Arabic and read it. All right. You know what? Why I don't find search for it in Islamic website in English? Hold on. Hold on. So you can read with me. I'm having hard time to find in English too. I think I'm searching for the wrong keywords. Let us see. I look like I will have a hard time to find it in English. Anyway, we go to the Arabic section then. We don't want to waste too much time. This is the book of the Sirah. All right, this is the book of the Sirah. And here we find a very nice story. An Arabian man came to the Prophet and said, when he was traveling, so the Prophet, he invited him, all right, to convert to Islam. So the guy, the Bedouin guy, he said to him, and who is going to witness for you that you are a prophet? Which means, why I want to convert to Islam? Do you have a proof and a witness? You know. Then look what happened. فدعا رسول الله وسلم وهي بشاطئ سلم وهي بشاطئ الوادي. The Prophet, he said, do you see this tree? Do you see this tree? And then the Prophet, he called the tree to come to him. It was on the other side of the valley. So the tree come to him and was crawling. The tree was crawling in the ground until it stand between the hands of the Prophet. And then she said the Shahada 3 times, and then she went back to where it's coming from. And a Muslim having a problem with this. Who is here a Muslim? He don't believe in this. Huh? In the same page, the Prophet, he want a shade. You see all those stories, obviously, that they are fictions of Muslims. The Quran is full of proofs that Muhammad have no miracles whatsoever. The Prophet wanted to do poo-poo. The Prophet wanted to do poo-poo. When he was in a trouble, he is traveling from place to place, point A to point B. So he could not find a place to keep himself hiding or in the shade. So he saw a tree. He took from the tree a branch, like little piece of branch, and he said to the tree, follow me. So the tree, she was following him as a camel who you hold it from its nose, you know, like if you see in some Asian countries, to control a very big animals, what they do, they tie them from their nose. They put a ring or they put the rope inside their nose, you know, like they make the rope go inside the nose from one side and then take it out from the other side, which is very painful. So when the animal go aggressive, they just put it with that part and he go down because the pain is so strong. So he is saying the tree was following the Prophet just to do poo-poo. All right. uh, as if it is a camel which is tied up from his nose. Different hadith. The Prophet, he was making a speech, and here actually, guys, if you see the title of the website, you will not believe it. Here, the Prophet impact on the fruits. The Prophet impact on the fruits. Here, the Prophet impact on the wood. Here, the Prophet impact on the trees. On the trees, on the fruits, on the wood. Why? Because the wood talked to the Prophet. The rocks talk to the Prophet. Here it says, let's read this one first. An Arabian man, he came to the Prophet. He said to him, how I know that you are a prophet? He said, if I called the fruit of these trees to come down, or let's say the up of this tree to come down, you know, always the fruits, or the it's in the top of the tree, in the palm tree. What if I ask the top of it to come down? And then he asked that part of the tree to come down, and that part was coming down until it almost to the ground. And then the Prophet said, okay, go back. The impact of the Prophet on the wood. The Prophet, when he was making a speech in the city of Medina in a Friday, on the top of like a trunk or a branch of a palm tree. But then when they made for him a stage, before he used to stand on a trunk of a tree, then they made for him a stage so he can stand on it. When he stand up, they heard a sound from the trunk, from the tree. It says, the trunk of the palm tree, he screamed like a boy, and he made a sound like the sound of the cow, you know, afraid, for the Prophet is in a high place. So the tree was afraid that the Prophet might fall down. You know, this is all happened, written in the books of the Sirah. Now, who in the world want to believe those stories? Obviously, those stories written long after Muhammad died, and they are just a fabrication. And you know, there is endless, you know, kind of those, you know, funny, stupid miracles. So, is trees are Muslims? Yes. Is stones are Muslims? Actually, there's a rock, Muhammad, when he go and walk, the rock said to him, Assalamu alaikum. Let's see, let me find you the hadith. Hold on. Which is a clear proof that Muhammad, he have a mental issue. You know, I believe strongly that Muhammad in his early age, he have epilepsy, and then that became a later stage of epilepsy, which is make him a madman. Here we go. Let us see. The one is talking is Muhammad. Read with me, please. From Jabir ibn etc., that the Messenger of Allah said, indeed, in Mecca there is a rock that used to give me salam during the night of my advent. You believe it? A rock say Assalamu alaikum to Muhammad. Any Muslim here have you have something to say to us? And by the way, this all those hadith is coming from the books of the Sirah, you know, the collections. When somebody speak about the Sirah, he didn't know that all the collection we have of the hadith is coming from the Sirahs, because those are the first books who wrote anything about Islam. Any Muslim have a comment? Actually, I wish I can show you a video where the sheikh is speaking that the prophet he used to speak to that rock, the same rock who says to him, Assalamu alaikum. There is an article here actually. It says, even rocks or stones or like solid things and animals, they love the prophet. Everybody love the prophet. I mean, who dare not to love the prophet, man? And they say to us they don't worship Muhammad. And in the article they said, human, trees, rocks, animals, all they love the prophet. All. And then he said, حتى أن بعضهم من الحب سبح بين يديه. To the point even some of them, which mean the animals and the rocks and the trees, they praise Allah between his hands. And some of them, they salute him. They say to him, Assalamu alaikum. And some of them, they bow down between his hands. All of those things happened to the prophet. Trees bow down for him. You know, Muslims, I thought you Muslim, nothing should bow down to anything except Allah, right? And here he give us a collection, and in this collection of hadith about Muhammad and the trees and the camels and even a deer who convert to Islam, even a lizard convert to Islam. And here he says, not only rocks, they used to say Assalamu alaikum prophet, but even mountains and trees. And even it says here, let me see if I can get this hadith here, hold on. This one is good to show. This one is a funny one. Hold on. I can't find it. I mean, I don't know why this website doesn't have all this hadith. So anyway, in the Arabic it says, we never pass, the prophet, he never pass by a tree or a mountain, except the tree or the mountain, it says, Assalamu alaikum, O messenger of Allah. Assalamu alaikum, O messenger of Allah. Let us see if we can find this hadith. Because sometimes if you change one word in the hadith, you know, those websites, they are kind of weird. So like the same hadith is reported in many ways. Let us see. Here we go. Read with me. We found it, but in different way. I hope the text is clear for you guys from your side. Hold on, let me move this one here. I was with the Prophet SAW in Mecca. We departed to one of its suburbs, and no mountain or a tree was before him except that it said, peace be upon you, messenger of Allah. Wherever Muhammad he walked, the trees, the mountain say Assalamu alaikum Muhammad. I mean, obviously it's true. If there's anyone here, he don't believe in this, I mean, come on, it must be true. Trees and mountains, and rocks and animals, they say assalamu alaikum Muhammad. So why the Arab in the time of Muhammad keep saying to Muhammad, how come you don't have any miracles? If we go to the Quran, we will find the following. This is the Quran. Read with me. This is what the Arab used to keep saying to Muhammad in the whole Quran. Not even one place in the Quran witness that Muhammad even have a miracle for even a second. وَقَالُوا لَوْلَا نُزِّلَ عَلَيْهِ آيَةٌ مِّن رَبِّهِ. They said, we wish that even his God, he sent him one miracle. Do you see it? They say, why, this is the Muslim translation, is not a sign sent down from his Lord. Say, Allah has certainly power to send down sign, but most of them understand not. I mean, do I need to understand a miracle? Nobody can understand a miracle, because a miracle, it is miracle because we can't understand it. A miracle is called a miracle because no science can explain it. As an example, you know, when Mary, she gave birth to Jesus, can a science explain that? No. It's a miracle, so what understand it? So instead of giving them a miracle, he just said, well, Allah, he can give miracle, but you don't understand. Understand what? Give us the miracle. So if Muhammad was talking to the trees, and the trees saying assalamu alaikum, and the mountains, they say assalamu, imagine guys, a mountain saying assalamu alaikum to a man. I mean, how many people they will hear it? It's a mountain. I mean, what do you think the voice of a mountain will be? The great high mountain, he will say assalamu alaikum prophet, or he will say like a very scary sound. How mountains do talk? Aren't they rocks? Oh, for God, the black stone does talk too. The black stone, according to Muhammad, is going to witness for the Muslims at the judgment day, and is going to have ears and eyes. Actually, the black stone, according to Muhammad, is the right hand of Allah. So there's tons of verses in the Quran where people, they keep asking Muhammad, how come you don't have a miracle? Same chapter, same story, chapter 10 verse number 20. Read with me. They keep repeating, saying, why not send down from his God a sign? Why? No answer. Why Muhammad did not say to them, did you see the tree speaking to me? Didn't you see the mountain speaking to me? What about the rock who said to me assalamu alaikum? What about the tree who screamed when they made a stage for me? You see all of this, because if this is true, nobody will ask for miracles, because already he is doing miracles every day. And yes, it's a miracle. If a rock speaks to me, it's a miracle, I have to admit. But obviously it doesn't happen. And the proof, the Quran is full of verses. People keep asking why and how come he don't have a miracle, why his God don't send a miracle. Where is the miracle? There's no miracles. We can keep scrolling down in the Quran, you will find tons of them. وَيَقُولُ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا لَوْلَا أُنْزِلَ عَلَيْهِ آيَةٌ مِّن رَبِّهِ. Look what the answer, guys. Look what the answer. Just to show you how we get Muslim busted. And the unbelievers say, sorry, why not send sign down to him from his Lord? But thou art truly a warner, and to every people a guide. So it's not your job to do a miracle, Muhammad. So Muhammad saying to them, well, I am just a warner. You know, they are asking him for a miracle. We understand you are a warner, you are a messenger of God, right? Look what Muhammad, he made a verse in the Quran to explain why he don't have a miracle. He said, well, Allah, he just told me I'm just a warner. You are just a warner. He is just a wee, but he cannot do miracles. He's a police car, but he's not a police. Do you see it, Muslims? Allah is saying to Muhammad, you are just a warner. As what? As a response for people challenging him to give miracles. Any Muslim have an explanation for this stupidity? So why the Muslims, they say to us the Quran is a miracle? Guys, don't the Muslims, they say the Quran is a miracle? Why the one who wrote this verse don't say, don't you see I gave you the Quran? The verse itself, it's a miracle according to Muslims. Correct? All those verses before speaking about why he don't have miracles. Supposedly each one of them is a miracle, because nobody can make a miracle like this according to Muslims. So why the Arab did not see the Quran a miracle at that time? The Muslim, they will say to you, the Quran challenged the Arab to make Quran like this at that time. In chapter 17 verse number 88 it says, say, oh, hold on, let me show you the let us go to the English, sorry. Yusuf Ali. Say, if the whole of mankind and the jinn were gathered together to produce the like of this Quran, they could not produce the like. Therefore, even if they backed up each other, which help and support. So Muhammad says, say, even if all mankind and all the genies they gather together, they cannot make a Quran like this. So why you keep saying I will not? I don't. You know, Muhammad, you are just a warner. You are not. Your job is not to make a miracle. If this is a miracle already. Same time, the Arab at that time, they were making fun of Muhammad. This is why you see in the Quran there's some verses speaking about that, as we read here. When the Arab they answer Muhammad about the Quran, the stupid Quran, look what they say to him. Read with me, guys. This is the proof is the Quran. We are not reading the statement of the infidels. Look, we knew indeed that they say what they say. What they say. Do you see it? It is a man that teaching him. The Arab, they were not astonished. And actually, you will see in my coming book, the one about the roots of Islam, how Muhammad, he used to go and listen to a bunch of slaves who they are obviously Christians from Iraq, and some slaves who they are from Israel. Listen to them so he can learn about other religion and he can come with ideas. So they accuse him. This is why it is this verse is about, because they accuse him that he is going always. They always we find him going to listen to this person and this person. If we go to the book of Asbab al-Nuzul, this is a chapter 16 verse 103. 16 103. All right, hold on. It is في أسباب النزول. All right. We knew that only man teaching him. Who said that? The enemies of Muhammad. The speech of him at whom they falsely hint outlandish. Abu Nasir, Ahmad, Ibrahim, etc., etc., etc. From that. Okay, they said. We owned 2 Christian youth from the people of Ayan Tamar. This is in Iraq. one called Yasser, and the other one is called Jabir. Their trade was making swords, but they also could read the scriptures in their own tongue. Do you see it? Muhammad always used to go and listen to those guys. This is what people, they notice, that this guy is always there. Why? He's trying to learn from them. And this is why you see Muhammad, he is copying from them words he have no idea what they mean. This is why you see the Muslims, they don't know what they say. Allah knows best when something come to them, they don't know how to explain, because those words are not Arabic. Guys, focus with me in the topic, not in the name of Muhammad right now. So as you see, in the time of Muhammad, the Arab, they got Muhammad busted many times, and they knew where he is learning from. And as you see here, he is learning specifically from two Christian men who they are slaves owned by a guy, and they make swords for him. Do you see it? Same time, if you remember the hadith where Muhammad, where Umar, he said that my Lord agreed with me in three things. My Lord agreed with me. Read with me, please. Umar ibn Khattab said, my Lord agreed with me in three things. By the way, Allah, he agreed with Umar with, almost with 10 things, not three. But in this hadith here, we are using the most popular one. It says that Allah agreed with him in three things. What is the three things? Allah took from him the Hajj, to make the Qibla, the direction of the prayer. It was the idea of Umar. Allah took it exactly as Umar said, and he put it in the Quran. And then he took the idea of the hijab. If you remember the story of the hijab, Umar, obviously he was a very rude man, and he had a very great deal impact on Muhammad, and Muhammad was a coward to make him behave, to the point he used to spy at the wives of the Prophet and make fun of them when they do poo-poo. So as an example, this hadith here says, when Sauda bint Dama, the wife of Muhammad, she wanted out to do poo-poo, look what Muhammad, what Umar he says. Read with me, please. Aisha reported, let me zoom in so you guys can see it better. Aisha reported that the wives of Allah Messenger used to go out in the cover of the night, which means to do poo-poo. When they went in the open field of Medina for easing themselves, Umar ibn Khattab used to say, do you see it, guys? Do you see it? Used to say, it was Umar who made the Quran. What he used to say? Allah Messenger, ask your lady to observe veil, man. But Allah Messenger did not do so. So the idea of the hijab, it was the idea of Umar. Even Muhammad, he is not like too much in favor of it. But Umar, he keep pushing it to the point he make fun of the wives of Muhammad when they go out to do poo-poo. And look what it says. So so they went Sauda out, the daughter of Zama. So this woman, she went out to do poo-poo. And then during that night, when it was dark, she was told etc., and she was like a big lady, Omar called her saying, Sauda, we recognize you. Do you see it, Muslims? If a man he do that to your wife, don't you beat him up? If Muhammad he have a little honor, the woman she is going out to do poo-poo, why Omar is saying that to her? First, that means he is spying at her. That means he's a filthy man. And the top of that, it's mean he have no respect to Muhammad, because remember, this is the wife of Muhammad himself. So why he is proud that he recognized Sauda when she was doing poo-poo? And then Muhammad he forced his wives to cover themselves. But here the question is, I mean, what covering themselves have to do with Muhammad spying at them when they are doing poo-poo? That is something I don't understand. The only way to understand this is that Muhammad he told them they used to wear short clothes. So when they sit down to do poo-poo, they lift up and they became almost naked, because like from their butt, which is normal, you know, from their butt and down, it's all the way exposed. So what Muhammad said to them, well, put it down. So put it down and do poo-poo without lifting up your skirt, and you can imagine what will happen. So if we go back to the hadith, you will find, guys, we did not invite enough people here, huh? We have like 100 something only. Please post the link in Facebook so more people will come. If you go in the hadith here, you will see that Omar saying that my Lord agreed with me in 3 things. I say to the apostle, I wish you took the station of Abraham, our praying place. So why Muslims now they pray to the Kaaba? Not because Allah idea, no. Not because it's Muhammad idea, no. Because the Prophet Umar ibn Khattab idea, Allah he take what Umar he says. Umar ideas is written in the second board. You remember the Muslim they say that the Allah he have a tablet and he wrote his words in the tablet. Okay, question to the Muslims: is the idea of Umar written in the tablet? If yes, does that mean Allah inspired Umar to say what he said? If yes, that means Umar is a prophet of Islam too. Why Allah did not inspire Muhammad to ask for this? Why Allah did not say, without Umar idea, go and pray to the Kaaba? I thought the Kaaba is the holy place anyway. Why Umar need to remind Allah that this is our holy place, man, go there? Do we have any Muslim here have an answer for this? Any Muslim? So the Kaaba, praying to the direction of the Kaaba, it was the idea of Muhammad, sorry, Umar. So when he said that, so there came the divine inspiration and take you people the station of Abraham, the place of prayer. It's exactly as Umar he said. And then Umar continues saying, as regard the verses of veiling women, I said, O Allah apostle, I wish you order your wives to cover themselves from the man, because good and bad ones talk to them. Who is the bad one? He is the one. He is the bad one. He is the bad one was chasing Sauda and the wives, correct? You see how this guy, the scumbag? Then, so the verse of veiling women revealed whatever Umar he want, right away there is a verse come, and the funny it come as he said. You see all the verses in the Quran, not only Allah he take the idea and he copy word by word. That's why at the end you see it says here, once of the wives of the Prophet made a united front against the Prophet. So what united front? There's a war between the Prophet and Muhammad, throwing rocks and shoes at the Prophet, or maybe zucchini. And I said to them, who? Omar. it may be he, the prophet, divorce you all, and that his Lord will give him instead of you wives better than you. So the verse revealed the same as I have said. Do you see it? Guys, do you see it? How the verse revealed? The same as I have said. So how the Quran challenged people to make Quran if Allah himself is copying Quran from someone like Umar? Any Muslim? Who said this verse before, Allah or Muhammad or Umar? Umar. What Allah took from Umar, the same as I said, exactly, word by word. Obviously Muhammad, he liked what Umar said, he put it in the Quran. He took it as it is, copy, paste. Umar, he said, we make it Quran. I can show you a reference where Umar saying that his God agree with him with many things, but and I'm showing you not only 3. Some they say 5, some they say 7, some they say 10. So how many things Muhammad he copied from others? Do you remember the story of Abdullah ibn Sarh, the scribe of the Prophet? Huh? What is the story of this guy? Muhammad he copied from him. This is why he decided to leave Islam. You remember the verse where we say blessed be Allah, the best of the creators? This is not a verse made by Muhammad. This is a verse made by this guy. Huh? Let us see. This part of the verse here, فَتَبَارَكَ اللَّهُ أَحْسَنُ الْخَالِقِينَ, there is tons of reference that this guy, he is the one who completed the verse. Muhammad he stopped there. ثُمَّ أَنشَأْنَاهُ خَلْقًا آخَرَ. So the guy who was the scribe of Muhammad, he was supposedly amused. So he said, blessed be Allah, the best of the creator, the creators. Muhammad he said, write that there. He said, what? He said, write it there. Said, write what? Said, what you said. Said, the guy he said, but this is what I said. He said, yeah, this is how it came to me too. Write it there. Good idea. It's a good idea. I like it. So he put it there, and then the guy he said to himself, well, if Muhammad is a prophet, well, I am a prophet too, because the verse came to me. If he is a prophet, for he is receiving Quran, and I was just said he agreed that this is Quran, and I am the one who said it, I am a prophet too. So he left Islam, and then Muhammad he ordered him to be slaughtered. Then this guy, he is supposedly the brother of one the caliphate of the Muslims, Uthman. So he is he hid in his house, and Uthman asked for forgiveness, and later he came back to Islam because he had no choice. The Muslim be victorious, either die or convert back. So he convert back, and later actually they make him a leader for like they give him a territory to control. Do you see it? So when the Muslims they say, can you make a Quran better than the Quran? Actually, the verse we are reading right now, I am very thankful for this guy Abdullah ibn Sarh who made this verse in the Quran, because this verse is proving to us that Muhammad is stupid. Why? This verse appears in 2 places in the Quran. Actually in 3 places, sorry. Yeah, two places. 37 verse 125. If you remember yesterday we mentioned the name of a Baal, and we said by Allah mentioning Baal, he just admitted that Baal is God, but not because he just mentioned the name Baal, but because he said in this verse that, are you going to worship Baal and forsake the best of the creators? The best of what? The creators. Will ye cry into Baal and forsake the best of the creators? You know, when I say Allah is the best of the creators, that's mean I admitted that there is many creators, but Allah is the best between them. Correct? If I say Jesus is the best of the creators, that means he is a creator, but he is the best and there's others. That's an insult to God. This is a shirk. The Muslims, they say that we are the one who worship with God another person. You Muslims are the one who worship God, because you just admitted that Baal is God, because Allah is comparing himself to Baal as what? As the best of the creators. So Allah is better than who? Allah is better than Baal. In what? In the form of creation. What does that mean? Baal he create, Allah he create, but Allah is the best of the creators. Any Muslim? Well, the same verses we are reading, you know, the Tabarakallah Hasan al-Khaliqin obviously is coming from this guy, both of them. All right, the two verses we mentioned. And always, if you miss something I said, you can later, or you can push the play of the YouTube a little bit back, and you can listen again for what I said. Do we have any Muslim here disagree? Okay, well, let me see if I can find you something in English, not something in Arabic. Maybe you will not get. Let me see, hold on. All right. Read with me, please. It was narrated. I will give you the link. It's just in a second. It was narrated that Sa'd ibn Abu Waqqas said in the day of a conquest of Mecca, the Messenger of Allah, blessing, etc., granted safety to the people except 4 people. Muhammad, he wanted them to kill, like all, because all of them are his family, by the way. Quraysh, at the end, they are his tribe, his family, all they are their cousins. 2 people and 2 women. 2 men and 2 women. And he named them. One of them is Ibn Abi Sarh. Look how much he hate him. As for Ibn Sarh, he hid with Uthman ibn Affan. When the Messenger of Allah called the people to swear alliance to him, all right, Uthman, he asked for forgiveness of this guy, etc., etc. But why? What happened? What is the story? Because this guy, he is the one behind exposing Muhammad, saying Muhammad is a false prophet, for he is copying Qur'an from me. All right. But let me see. And look, guys, look, always when this guy he exposed Muhammad, look, the shaitan caused him to slip and join the kuffar. The shaitan. Why the shaitan slip? It's simply, the story is simple. Okay. Would regard other man, he was a Christian, then he began, etc. I don't know. I'm trying to find you the story from this website. Yeah, this is a different topic here. Anyway, I will give you this link here, and I will try to find something for you in English. But you can search his name. I'm sure you can find in many places, you know, this is story in English. For me, I can find it easy in Arabic, but at the end of the day, you need the English one. This is the Muslim website speaking about how Muhammad, he wanted to kill this man badly, dead or alive. The problem is, for he got him busted. Actually, I found an article from Answering Islam. Maybe that can be useful until you find a Muslim website, if this is your choice. This is Answering Islam speaking about the same topic. All right. Do you have anyone have a question? I look like I have a missed call. Somebody sent me in Skype a snapshot of my video yesterday about the drawing of Allah and saying to me, I need the authorization to sell your work, which is my art, if you remember yesterday. All right, we have a caller. Hello? Hello?
Good evening, CP.
Hey, my friend, how are you?
Right, I do have a question. Something was brought to my attention whilst reading a comment in a comment section.
All right.
It's regarding Surah 6151. Now, the way I've read it, you know, it reads like, "Come, I recite what your Lord has forbidden you, not to associate anything with Him, and doing good to parents." Now, the argument I read was that the way that it's worded is that you are forbidden to do good to your parents, and this to me sounds exactly what
you are quoting what chapter? What it's 6151.
Chapter 6151.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yes, it says, this way I've translated it is, "Come, I recite what your Lord has forbidden you, not to associate anything with Him, and doing good to parents," which sounds a little bit odd. So I don't know if that's the natural reading, what would immediately come to an Arabic speaker.
Yeah, well, you know, the Quran, there's no connection between the phrase before and the phrase after. This is very normal. This is why you see it's like Muhammad, he is suffering from a flights of thought, and I believe part of the reason is he is trying to make like what we call in Arabic sajja. Sajja is the same as a rap. It's not a poetry, but because he is trying to find a tone for the Arabic, so he is enforcing his Arabic to be in direction favoring the tone more than the meaning. This is why you see, like, what is the connection between don't be a mushrik, and then says be good to the parents, and then says, and don't kill your children because of being poor. What is the relationship between all of this? Now, a Muslim, he might say to you, well, if you kill your children, you are the same as the kuffar, so a Muslim, he should not do that. No problem with this interpretation, but all over the Quran we can find tons of verses in the Quran saying things have nothing to do with what is before and what is after. You know,
yeah,
there's no connection. However, here in this verse, I don't see really anything bad. I mean, obviously Muhammad, I agree with all this statement here. You know, there's nothing bad there, and I wish all the Quran is like this. But obviously Muhammad, He copied from the Christian some, he copied from the Jews some, he copied from the Sabian some, and he made his own some. And you know, some of the Quran speak about being good to your parents, but we know that the Old Testament even make a punishment. If you insult your parents, you might go and get killed. The punishment is death. So the Old Testament is extreme about respecting your parents. It's not just don't insult them or be nice to them. No, the punishment of being bad to your parents is death. So Muhammad, he brought nothing new. You know, there's no religion before him says go and kill your kids. The verse he was speaking about, that some people who they are very poor, who have kids, but they cannot feed them, and their kids are dying from hunger. So what they do? They kill them. They have a child, they cannot feed him. The child is crying. So the parents, they are dying themselves from hearing this child cry. They don't know what to do, and he would die anyway. It's like, you know, when you shoot your horse, when you know that the horse cannot stand up no more, he will stay in the ground, dying slowly. It will take him 7 or 8 days before he die. So what they do, they shoot him in the head to avoid the pain for the horse. This is like the bullet of mercy, but not because the Arab. It says there, killing your children is because of being poor. All right. Now, if we go right now in Somalia as an example, there is a 25,000 child, according to the United Nations, die every month from hunger. All right. Now, if a father, he kill his child because he will die anyway from hunger, and this child, he is suffering and suffering, I cannot say this father is a criminal. For sure, I don't agree with this. I am against it, but I understand the concept behind this. He is dying. He have no solution, and he will die. So Muhammad saying to them, don't do that. You know, your God will provide you for your children, but the God is not really providing to the children of Muslims. It was the Muslims who went in war for the sake of money, so they can provide to their children. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I see nothing. I see nothing wrong in that verse. The verse you choose, I see nothing wrong there in the teaching or in the except that's you know, the flight of thought. There's no connection between point A and point B. You know.
Yeah, I can see. I think what he's got two thoughts in his mind. The way it comes over to me is forbidding you to associate anything with Allah, and he's thinking do good to parents, but there's no verb do good. Well, you know, there's no actual command to do good. The way I read it is that it's connected with what you are forbidden to do. So I think he should have supplied a little bit of supplied a command as well as something forbidden.
Okay, let me show you first. You know.
Yeah.
It's forbidden for you to do so, but he is not saying really. Let us say, he is not making a punishment even for it. He's just saying don't do that. All right, and don't do the bad things. But you know, generally speaking, I don't see anything wrong there in the story. We better look at something harmful, disgusting, from something have nothing to do with anything. I mean, it's just the guy saying don't kill anyone Allah forbid to kill. But if you go in details, you will find that Allah, he forbid to kill none those who they are Muslims. So he is saying to them, don't kill those who they are forbidden to kill. You don't have authority to kill them, and those are the children who you have in your own. And be good to your parents. So for me, I don't see anything really. It's not even worth the argument, if you ask me. There's nothing there. However, let me show you something. How Muhammad, he find a solution for the Muslims who they are being poor, so they will not kill their kids. He found a solution, and the solution was there's a hadith actually sent to me by one of you just a few days ago. Read with me. We said to Umar ibn Khattab, the chief of the believers, advise us. He said, I advise you to fulfill Allah convention made with the dhimmis. You know who is the dhimmi, right? The Christians, the Jews. As it is the convention of your prophet and the source of the livelihood of your dependents. So what is the source of the livelihood of the Muslim children and Muslims? Where is their income is coming from? It's coming from the jizya. They put between two brackets, i.e. taxes from dhimmis. There's no taxes. This is jizya. Jizya is a penalty, not a tax. So Omar, he is encouraging the Muslim to take care of the cows they have. You know, who is the cow in this case? The Christians and the Jews. The sheep, the camels, because we are the one who give them free milk. All right. So Muhammad, he by doing jihad, he was finding a solution for his followers, who some of them they are dying from hunger, and he decided to kill as many as he can to steal the money, or they can live and pay me money every month. And that is continuous after Muhammad's death. And now we see this is in the time of Umar al-Khattab when he became a Khalifa. So he is asking his followers to maintain the source. What does that mean? Don't go and kill the Christians, we need them. Who is going to pay for your kids? Who is going to pay you at the end of the month? Where you will get money from? So if you kill them, we will lose the jizya. All right. This is why you see in the Quran it says, if we go in different verse, if we go actually to this is switch to Arabic. You see the same verse you are mentioning is repeated many times in the Quran, which is proving that Muhammad is just he have nothing to say. I mean, do you need to say that the same statement again? The same chapter 17 verse number 31, it's saying the same, you know. But if you go in the chapter of the Tawbah, it says clearly that if you fear that you will be in poverty, then right after he says, fight the Christians and the Jews until they pay the jizya.
Yeah.
If you go in the Quran and see the jizya, the verse about the jizya, this is the verse, all right, chapter 9 verse number 29, right? And then we find if we go to the translation, all right, look what it says here. O you who believe, truly the pagans are unclean, so let them not after this year of their approach the sacred mosque. And if you fear poverty, do you see fear poverty? If you fear poverty, soon Allah will enrich you. Okay, how Allah will enrich us? Fight those who believe in Allah and know the last days until they pay the jizya. You see it?
Yeah.
So Muhammad, he might sound like he is doing good. He is against killing your baby or your child because you are poor and you cannot feed him. But in the same, he want to kill the babies of others so he can feed your baby. So the verse you quoted for me, I see nothing wrong with it as a verse by itself. But if you connect it to the other verses, then you will see that it is horrible, because this man, he is asking others, the Muslims, to go and kill the Christians and the Jews, or they have to pay us jizya, or we steal their money. Because why? Because if you fear poverty, no problem, we will find a solution for this poverty you are suffering from. What is the solution? Fight those who don't believe in Allah until they pay the jizya. You see, if Muhammad is a true believer in Allah and he believe in jihad, and anyone who don't believe in Allah should be killed. So why he accepted the money for somebody he don't believe in Allah? It doesn't make sense. What is the money? Why the money became a reason for me to live, even though I am a kafir? Why? Because this is the source of the livelihood of the Muslims. Jizya, it is the way to make money. This is why actually there's some report that some villages in Egypt, they sent to Umar ibn al-As, they sent to him, we want to convert to Islam. Umar ibn al-As, he sent to Amir al-Mu'mineen, to the Caliph, he said to him, there's some villages they want to convert to Islam, do we accept? He said no. Who is going to pay jizya then? You know? Yeah, so if they convert to Islam, they will not pay jizya. We cannot allow that. Everybody became a Muslim. So then how the Muslim will live? Who is going to do farming? Who's going to make bread? Who's going to be the builders? Those people, they don't work. If you remember, there's a hadith where Muhammad, he spoke about an agriculture equipment. He said there's no house, those agriculture equipment, they will enter it, will not face humiliation. Right? Let me see if we can find it. All right, let us see. All right, read with me. I saw the narrated.
Sorry, I know the one you mean, but it's not actually appearing on the screen. I don't know if it's appearing on anyone else's screen.
All right, no problem. I saw some agriculture equipment and said, I heard the Prophet saying, there is no house in which this equipment enters except that Allah will cause humiliation to enter it. So who was doing farming for the Muslims? If farming equipment is haram and Allah will humiliate the one who do farming, so what is the job of the Muslims? They were the Viking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They are the Viking, the thief. They don't do farming. They attack, steal, rape, savage, and this is how they make living. Why Muhammad is encouraging Muslims not to have farming equipment? Because he don't want them to be farmers. He want them to be warrior, fighters, criminals. We go and attack the neighbors and we take their money, and then this is what we want. Farmer will settle down in a land, he will be peacefully living, and he will make what is enough for him to live. He will not need to go and do jihad. But a person, he have nothing, he have no job, he have no career, he have no income except jihad. He have no choice except doing jihad. So what jihad we do? We go and attack the neighbor and we steal their money, and we rape their women and we take them as slaves, and then we sell them, and even slaves are money. I hope I did answer you about this.
Yes, good. I have one more. I'd like your opinion on one last thing. On Surah 346 is about Isa.
Yeah.
I'm just curious about the significance of one particular word. It goes, and he speaks to the people in the cradle and in old age. But I looked up the word, I don't know if I pronounced it correctly, kahal, and I'm told that it means the age, middle age to old age. But middle age for us is approximately between 45 and 65. So I'm thinking about the denizens of Jannah, who are meant to be 33 years of age, in imitation, as it were, of Jesus' age. But Isa himself would have been, it seems to me, at least 40 rather than 33. I just wanted to know how you saw this.
Well, you know, the word kahal, simply that's when you are like is the age where you are saying goodbye for you being a young person. So when we say I met someone, he is a kahal, it's mean I met someone, he start having like some not necessarily he is covered by gray hair, but you know, obviously he's there, you know, so he's like 40, 45, 50, etc. Then if he became old, really old, we call him a Jews. A Jews is somebody is old, have a lot of wrinkles in his face, and etc. And usually the you know the person who is described in Arabic mostly described by his look, not by a real age, which mean you know, at that time nobody really say I am 1 year old or 2 years old. People, they go by the look. So he look as a kahal, or he look as young, or he look as a child, he look as a Jews. So it's always based on the look. However, you know, if we want to compare what the word kahal, you will see as an example, Muhammad, he said about Umar and Abu Bakr, هذان سيدا كهول الجنة. هذان سيدا كهول الجنة. Let's see if I can find you the hadith in Arabic, in English, sorry. Where is? Okay, هذان. Where is? I'm looking for the letter the in the keyboard. You believe it? All right, I found it. هذان. Okay. سيدا كهول. Okay. All right. You see the word kahal here in oh, you don't see the screen. هذان سيدا كهول الجنة. He's talking about who? Muhammad. He's saying about Umar and Abu Bakr. I hope people, they are watching, they can see it clearly. This is the word kahal, which is mentioned in the Quran. هذان سيدا كهول الجنة. All right. These are the master of the elder people among the inhabitants of paradise. Guys, does it say elder in English translation by Muslims? Does it say elder? It says elder, right? It's not my translation. This is the word in Arabic in the front of your eyes, and this is the word in English. So in order the Quran to be a book of God, he have to mention that Jesus, as long as the Muslims agree that Jesus died at the age of 33, or so let's say he went up to the sky at the age of 33. So how he say then that he will be, when he became an elder, one of the good ones? That's mean the Quran assuming that the Messiah, he will live in this earth until he is elder. But this has never happened according even to Muslims. For Allah, he took him to heaven, and according to all Muslims, I can show you tons of reference, in the heaven nobody age, which means in the Messiah right now in the heaven, he is 33 years old still. After 2,000 years, the Messiah in the heaven, still he is 33. Not only this, actually even the Muslims, when they go to heaven, every one of them is going to be 33. The Muslim in the heaven, some hadith says he will be 60 arm tall, some hadith they say he will be 90 mile tall, and the women, she will be 30 mile short, which means the man, he will be 3 times taller than the woman, which is very funny. And he will be, the man, 33 years of age. But as you see here, if the Muslim, they want to say kahal, it can be a word mean 33, it can be a word mean 30. Well, here we go. This is Umar and this is Abu Bakr, and both of them, they are an old men in the time of Muhammad when he became a prophet. And this is the Muslim translation for the exact word we are talking about, translating the word kahal as elders. And if you are 33, you are not an elder. Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think when St. Paul was speaking about elders, he stipulated that the elder should be at least 50, if memory serves me right. So that's slightly different.
I'm not sure really of that, to be honest with you. I'm not sure really. I can't speak of it. I don't remember. I don't know if you can remind me which verse it says elders have to be 50.
It's either in Timothy or Titus. I'm not too sure which.
Yeah, well, we can check it out, you know. But for me, you know, I will focus in the Arabic, and I will focus in what even the Muslims themselves. This is why I showed you this translation made by the Muslims, because now the Muslims cannot say, well, we got it wrong. Why Abu Bakr and Umar, they are called Kahal, and why the translation is saying elder? Someone is 33 years old is not elder.
No way.
You know, he is a young man. You know, he's still young. He's a like, you know, this is the best time of a human being in age as age. So because he is healthy, he is strong, he is etc. And then when you go to your 40, then you will start having some maintenance issues. You know, like, you know what I mean. So you start losing your youth, passing to 40 and then 50 and then 60. But in 30, you are not an old elder. You see, there's English is very clear. There's old and elder. Old is you know, what old is in English? I don't know. You speak English better than me. What is when we say old in English?
If I were to think of an old person, I would say somebody in his 70s.
So what is elder then?
Elder, then a bit of meaning's a little bit, tend to be a little bit woolly, I think, a little bit uncertain.
The elder usually, I believe the elder is somebody is old and he is considered from the wise of the old, for he have extra experience and extra age maybe.
We have things like, certainly in the past, like the village elder, someone who is fairly mature and like one of the pillars of the community. And then you've got today the adjective elderly, which does refer to a person in more advanced years, like 70 and beyond.
I see. Well, obviously the Quran got it wrong here, and this is a false statement from the Quran, because the Quran here is not stating that Jesus was going to be risen up to heaven, as you said, that Ahlul Jannah, the people of heaven, they will be all of them, they are 33 years old. If you go to different hadith, you will see where Muhammad, he said that all people, they will be, all people who enter heaven, they will be 33 years old, the same as Isa, exactly the same as Isa. Okay, why? How the same as Isa? The same as Isa in heaven. For Isa in heaven is the same as Isa on earth. He never get old.
Yeah.
Let us see. Let me find the hadith. 60 ذراع. Trying to find the hadith. طول أهل الجنة. All right, let's see. All right. Let us see where it says here. It says Adam is 60 arm tall. Okay, and then they will be the same age as Jesus. Anyway, I will find it later, and you will see that all the people of heaven, they will be 33 years old, the same as the Messiah. and all the Muslims agree that when a person he go to heaven, he is going to be 33 years old and he will never grow up. So there's no reason to believe that Isa, when he went to heaven, he is growing up right now and he's 2,000 years old. He's still 33 years old. So the word kahal is obviously is a false statement. Anything else?
No, that's just it. If I think of something else, I can
No
get
problem.
back to you.
We can call me.
Okay, thanks for that.
Thank you. So do we have any Muslim? Do we have any Muslim would like to call me? No? Who is a Muslim? He accept a life challenge, life on air, open debate. You see, Christian friends do not need to prepare. I saw some Muslims making funny videos to refute me. It was, you know, I did not even like. I watched a minute and then I give up. I was trying to listen to something to see what they want to say, but they were saying Christian Prince is a fraud. He's a liar. He's a so any Muslim would like to come to the mic and call me and get me busted live on air. Why Muslims cannot eat pork? Because the Quran says don't eat pork. However, nothing wrong with not eating pork. You know, we are not against Muslims because they eat pork. The Bible says don't eat pork too. By the way, pork is not healthy for those who do not know. Pork is not really healthy. But I am not against eating pork. For pork is a solution for hundreds of millions who they might die from hunger. You know, if you go in many countries, especially in Asia, where you have a country have like almost 100 something millions, and people are so poor, beef is so expensive. Sheep is extremely expensive. So what they will eat? So you see, when God he forbade the Jews for eating certain food, they have options. He's not talking to people who they are hungry. Actually, even the Quran says that if you are hungry, you can eat pork. All right. Hold on, Black. Well, we will go back to you. Just remind me after we finish this. If you go in the Quran, you will see the Quran said that it's forbidden for you to eat the dead one and the blood and the flesh of the swine. All right. However, if you are in trouble, if you are in hunger, you can eat all of those, all of them, with no exception. So even pork is halal in Islam if you have to. It's halal. Read it. I'm not the one saying that. All right. It says, but if any is forced by hunger, with no intention to transgress against Allah, well, you can eat them all, no problem. Actually, once I saw, guys, don't give me verses until I finish one by one, because I will not read your text. Just give me a second. Why you don't call me? Call me and give me your question. But if any of you force into a hunger, you can eat it. Now I saw Muslims making fun that the Bible says, I don't know what the Arabic and the English word, you know what the word, if when the cow take, or you know, those animals, they take the food from their stomach to their mouth and they chew it again. What is the word in English? Somebody can give me the word? Yeah, chew the cud. Cud? Okay, cud. So they say, the stupid Christians in their Bible, it says that the rabbit is forbidden because he chewed the cud. He chews his he eat his food. You know, you see, the Muslims are ignorant, stupid, and they have no idea what they are talking about. And please don't be offended when I say stupid. I mean it. I'm not insulting you. There's a huge difference between someone says to you stupid, someone he don't mean it, he just want to insult, and someone I mean it. Because if you go right now, you can go and search in YouTube, and you will see that the rabbits, they have two kind of poop. The rabbits, they have two kind of poops. What does that mean? It's amazing, really. It's really amazing. They have a dry one and they have wet one. The wet one is like a daw, but it's wet. It's really wet. They make it like balls. And when they poop, the dry one, it's poop. That's it. They don't touch it. But the wet one, they eat it again. So this is what the Bible is talking about, Abdul. They rechew, they rechew what they already ate. So Abdul, he says, oh, the Bible says that the rabbit is the same as the cow. This is scientific error. You know what I mean? You can go right now and search in YouTube, and you will see how rabbit they eat. They make two kind of poop, and the one which is wet is their favorite meal. Not only they eat it, they love it. They go crazy when they see it. So the Bible says, don't eat those animals for a reason, and the fact this is very healthy. Why? Because you see, those same as the fish, right? The Bible speak about what they call the cover of the fish. You see, that's why I hate sometimes English. What they call it, the things in the fish, the bones. What they call it? Like, you know, the shark does not have that, right? So we have a fish which is covered by bones, not shellfish, scales, yeah, scales, whatever those bones in the top of the fish, the normal fish. Now, the Bible is forbidding us to eat from a fish which does not have that. Why? It's very scientific too. The fish which does not have that, they have a problem with the salt and the urine. You see, the fish swim inside the ocean, right? Especially the salty fish. But that goes for the salty fish and the fresh fish. Because of a certain way their body is made, they have a problem to get rid of their urine. The fish which have bones does not have such a problem. It have a good balance between the concentration of salt in the outside water and the concentration of salt inside their body. Remember, we are talking about a creature who live inside the water, and that can make a huge damage for you if you don't have a control of the salt inside your body. So the urine and the acid will have a difficulty to get rid of it. So some kind of fish, they store the urine in their meat. It doesn't damage them. They live with it. They develop a way to you know, or let us say God, He made them in such a way that they can maintain their health and they can live even though they are not getting off of all the urine. So when you eat certain kind of fish, you are like eating urine. This is why if you dry the fish and you take them to the laboratory, you will see that they have a lot of urine. What they call it, urine. I'm trying to find the word in English. It's like a glass, you know, like, you know, I don't know what they call it. So anyway, you will find a very high percentage of urine. It's like you are eating urine. Same for pork. Like you might say, I like bacon, I like to eat pork, etc. Pork is forbidden in the Bible for a reason. One of them, it's not healthy. Secondly, pigs, especially in the time of when the law, this law is made, they grow in the field. Many of them, they are wild, and pigs, they eat anything, even dead bodies, even dead human. So it was forbidden. Everything in the Bible is forbidden for a reason, and the reason is very logical. But those who don't have knowledge, they think it's funny and it's stupid. And many of the Christians, they make fun of the Muslims because they don't eat pork. That's not valid. That's not valid at all. You know, it's in our book before it was in their book. Same time, Muhammad is just copying. Muhammad, he have no religion. He is copying from the Jews, copying from the Christian. This is why if we ask the Muslims where we can find the stoning to death in the Quran, they will say it's gone. Some hadith says the goat ate it, but all of us, we knew that Muhammad is stealing from the Jews the stoning to death punishment, as many things. Even baptism, Muhammad, he stole it. You see, the Muslim, they say we don't have baptism, don't they? They say that, but they have. Muslims are ignorant, do not know what they have. The Quran say clearly that Allah do baptism to the Muslims. صبغة الله من أحسن ومن أحسن من الله صبغة ونحن له عابدون. The baptism of Allah, chapter 2, verse 138. Do you see it? They put between two brackets, our religion is this false. It doesn't say that. It says the baptism of Allah. Do you see it? So Muslims have baptism too, but they don't practice it. They claim that Allah, he baptized you right away when you became a Muslim. Everything Muhammad he have is a copy of somebody, either from the Jews, either from the Christians, either from everybody. Like the black stone. The black stone is the vagina of of an idol, which the Arab they used to worship, and they used to believe that if you touch, let me show you an image of the vagina first. I mean the black stone, sorry, so you understand what I'm talking about. All right, I'm just trying to find the image, an image which we can use. Until now we could not find an image we can use in Google. Have the right to use. That's weird. All right, this is from Wikipedia. Do you see the black stone? Look at the shape of the black stone. Any Muslim can explain to us the shape? Who is a Muslim can explain to us why the shape of the black stone like that? Any Muslim there? Obviously it's a vagina. So what the Arab used to do, and by the way, if any Muslim he want to challenge me, call me right now and I will show you the reference that this is what the Arab used to do. The Arab used to go around the Kaaba naked, totally naked, and they used to place, especially women who have their period, who don't have kids. If a woman, she don't have kids, what she do? What she do? She go to the black stone, she put her hand over her vagina, where her vagina have a period, so which means they do it during the period, and then she placed her hand inside this vagina, which is the black stone, and then she pray to Allah to give her babies. This is one of the major practice of the black stone, because the black stone present the vagina of the fertility god Baal and Allah and the moon god. So all the gods, they sleep with the black stone, they sleep with this vagina, they are the one who give babies. So if a woman, she want to have baby, she touch her vagina only when she have a blood, not when she is not in period, only when she have a blood. So she touch her vagina, blood in her hands, the right one, not the left one, and then she place it inside the black stone, and then she kiss it and she ask Allah to make her pregnant. And if you go, you will see, you know, you can go right now. There's the Hindus, they have I'm not making fun of the Hindus now, but as this is what I read about their religion, they have a stone which present the private part of the women too. And I believe that those kind of beliefs, they travel. You remember the Arab, they used to do trade for centuries. You know, they went all the way to India, to China. They do. So I believe that Muhammad, he took this, or the Arab, sorry, before Muhammad, because this is a pagan practice, exists before Muhammad. Muhammad, what he did, he carry on. He carry on some of the Christians, some of the Jews. Muhammad was trying to convince everybody to convert to Islam, and no matter what he believed in. So he said to those who kiss the black stone, I will kiss the black stone. He kissed it. They said it's holy. He said it's holy. Who said that? You know, like as an example, As-Safa and Marwa. As-Safa and Marwa. What is As-Safa and Marwa? Any Muslim can tell me why you Muslim do As-Safa and Marwa? Like right now, the Muslims are doing Hajj, pagans. Hajj, the Hajj is a pagan. The Hajj is a pagan practice. If we go right now and we search for Hajj, Hajj. Right now, the Muslims, they have Hajj. Where they go around the Kaaba. All right. All the practice the Muslims they do around the Kaaba is a pure pagan practice. Pure pagan practice. You will see them, they are wearing a sheet and they are uncovering the right side of their shoulder. Do you see it? This guy is doing Hajj. If you go and check how any Hindu priest he dress, you will see that they dress the same. They dress the same. They wear two sheets. Okay, this is the Hajj. Look at the clothes. Look at the women. The women, she look like KKK. Do you see it? The clothes of the Hajj have to be the following: two sheets, one to the top and one to the bottom. Underneath there's no clothes, they are totally naked. You show one shoulder, expose it, the right shoulder. Go right now and check how a Hindu priest he dressed. Not only this, they have to shave their head. Go right now and check how a Hindu priest he dressed. Do you see it? And even their sandals have to have it have to be one piece. There's no stitches in it. I don't know how you can do that, but this is the requirement. Their sandals have to be in certain way. You have to shave your head. You have to wear two sheets. Each sheet is one piece. There's no holes, there's nothing. It's just a sheet. You tie it around yourself, one to the top, one for the bottom, and the top is almost like a naked person, and you shave your head. And go and check the Hindus practice and you will see what I'm talking about. Then you will find that Muhammad is obviously, he is stealing from other religions. Buddha monks, you see, I'm not expert really. Buddha monks, I thought no, no, hold on. I think Buddha monks and and Hindus monks, I think they share the same kind of clothes. No, see, I'm not expert in the Hindus or Buddhas to claim such a thing. You know, I really, what my knowledge of this to believe is very limited. Actually, I'm planning when I go to Asia to attend to visit some Buddha temples just to learn about them from the Buddhas, and maybe we can invite some people to Christ. Let us see. Buddha. I will search for Buddha priest or Hindu priest. Let us see Hindu first. Hindu. All right, Hindu priest. All right. I am looking. Actually, it's the same clothes. They expose one shoulder. And they wear two sheets. But for sure, I cannot compare between the ugly religion of Islam and the Hindus. You know, some they say there's some Hindus are aggressive. I agree. Some of them they are, but I believe this is still will not make the Hindu bad people for me. I believe the Hindus, generally speaking, they are kind and good people and nice. We don't see Hindus driving cars and they want to force people into Hinduism and cutting heads and kidnapping people. You know, we don't see this garbage. So obviously, Muhammad, he took a lot. If we go right now and search for the Buddha priest, let us see the Buddha priest. Buddha priest. See how they dress. All right, you are right. I think the Buddha priest is more close to what Muslims they do. You see it? Actually, when I was last time, I went to Korea, for sure, South Korea. I was really astonished about how they pray. Anyone saw the how they pray inside the Buddha temple? I'm sure there's many of you are Asian. You will see they are praying the same as Muslims. And there is no way that the Buddha is the one who copied the Muslims. No way, right? Because the Buddhas are long as a religion, long older than all the Muslims together. However, if you look here with me, they are wearing two sheets and they are showing the right shoulder and they are shaving their head. Do you see it? It's exactly as the Muslims do. The only difference between them and the Buddhas, there's no way to compare. Buddha is a lot more peaceful and a lot more nicer. And you know, I have no fear really if I'm around someone who's a Buddha. Correct? When I went inside the Buddha temple, I was not really worried about somebody will kill me because I'm Christian. People, they were kind, very respectful. I was respectful for everybody. You know, by the way, like when I go to a Buddha temple, I don't, even though I don't believe, I believe, but I respect the people. You know, you know, I should not be crazy. If you want to invite them to Christ, you don't go and do stupid things. You know, as an example, there is an Egyptian. He went to which country? I forgot. They have like a sport game to play. So he's present the Egyptian team. So what he did, he pissed in the Buddha temple. Now, guys, imagine if somebody piss on the Kaaba and he is a Buddha, what will happen to him? The Muslim will cut him pieces alive in front of the police, and the police will help them. Imagine this filthy Muslim, he did that in a country 99.9999% are Buddha, and nobody harm him. Nobody. That's why I say someone he is a Buddha, his shoe is better than Muhammad. So we are comparing between the clothes and etc. to show you how the Arab they copy from other religions, but not, we are not saying that the Muslims are the same as the Buddhas. Remember. Well, everybody can be variant too. As an example, the Buddhas are the one who come with the what they call it, the martial art. Is that correct? Yeah, for sure. You know, we are not saying that they are perfectly made, but there is a big difference between the Buddhas and the Muslims. The Muslims have madness. You see, the Buddhas, they fight with you, they fight for a reason, but Muslims, they have madness. They fight for no reason. They kill for no reasons. Like, you know, let us say you have a problem with the army of this nation, huh? Okay, why you drive your car and you go over their women and children, and why you go to their country and ask for refugee and asylum, and why you carry their passport, and why you consider yourself a citizen, then you want to kill them all. So the Muslims, they have double standards. They are hypocrite, they lie, and they are dangerous criminals when they adopt Islam, not just being born as a Muslim. There is many Muslims, they don't even care for Muhammad for a second. You see, sometimes they say to me, people, they say to me, why not every Muslim commit terrorism? The answer is very simple. Those are Muslims by birth, not Muslims in reality. A Muslim who is a real Muslim, he commit terrorism because the Prophet was a terrorist. A Christian, to be a Christian, he follow Christ, the steps of Christ. A Muslim, to be a Muslim, he follow the steps of Muhammad. Muhammad, he said, "Nusurtu bil-ru'b," from a distance of a month. I was victorious by terror from a distance of a month. I was victorious by a terror. So how Muhammad was able to have victory? By making terrorism. He is the first terrorist. This is why when someone like James White, this funny guy, who claims suddenly he became an expert in Islam just because he debated some funny Muslims, he said that Islam is not ISIS. Is that true? That's stupid of him to say so, because ISIS is even nicer than Islam. Trust me, ISIS is like a million times nicer than Islam. Those people did not practice Islam yet. As an example, I did not even see until now ISIS ripping a woman two parts when she's alive. I saw them doing that to a man, but not to a woman. They tie a man between two tanks and they rip him off. Muhammad, he tie a woman between two camels. Her name is Qurfa. She's almost 83 years old, and he ripped her two parts by ordering the camel to run in different directions. So how ISIS are not Islam if Muhammad is a terrorist? And that is mentioned in the Quran, that is mentioned in the Hadith, and nobody can deny it. Muhammad, he said in different Hadith, I was victorious by terror from a distance of a month. From what? From a distance of a month. Do you see it? Allah made me victorious. Here they put by awi, of a frighten of my enemies, for a distance of 1 month journey. How nice Muhammad was, to the point people they put down their weapon from a distance of a month. You know what I'm talking about? To make somebody drop down his weapon and he refused to fight Muhammad and he give up, he surrender from a distance of a month, that means Muhammad was the most scary, terrifying person. Correct? And you Muslims disagree. So this is why when somebody like James White, he said what he said, I was really upset from this guy because supposedly he claimed to be a Christian minister, but yet he says stupid things and he deceived the Christians about the nature of Islam. Here, listening to me, I give you Islam as it is, and everything I say, I show it to you on the screen in a second. Is that correct, guys? Everything I say, like I'm not the guy who opened the microphone and start giving you a lecture about Muhammad being bad, blah blah blah. Anything I say in a second, I start looking for it in the front. Go and see all my videos, because I speak of knowledge, and I like to present my knowledge to every person is listening, so he can learn too, for free. The truth will set you free. For free you took, for free you give. So we share our education, and this is a true education. There's no sugar coating, there's no banana makeup, as it is. If the hadith say penis, I say penis. Sometimes Christian, they say to me, well, don't, like, you will make many Christians get upset because you say this word. I say, I have to say those words. They like it, they don't like it, who care? The hadith say penis, I say penis. If the hadith says penis, I'm not going to say cucumber. But because many of people, they know, like they are used to be politically correct. Our priests, our ministers in our church, they are shy to say words as it is. Say it, man. You are a priest, you are a man of God. You should say things as it is. If you say the word penis, that Muhammad, he said penis, does not mean you are a bad person. Penis is a part of the body. Say it as it is. What the problem? You are not being filthy, you are teaching what they say. Actually, I should find you a video. One of my seminars, the minister of the church, he wanted to present me to the people in the seminar. So look what was that. He said, our coming speaker, he is the kind, he is not a minister, okay, he is not a priest, but he is the kind who say things as it is. So this guy, he is preparing the audience for what they will hear. You know what I mean? He's preparing them what is coming next. That this guy, he is not like the rest. You never heard someone like him. He say things as it is. So he make a presentation of 15 minutes, and he's keep going. And I said, I grabbed the mic from him. I said, come on, let me present myself and how I speak. Just leave it for me, you know. So enough is enough. We want people to say things as it is. We are sick of being politically correct. This is stupid and this is dumb. These days, people even don't dare to say anything because they are afraid to be accused of something. Be honest, be truthful, and say it as it is. Now, do we have anyone have a question? Those who have a question before for me. And we pushed you until we finish the topic we have. Don't forget, please, to subscribe. At the end of the month, every month we have a give out. Anyone knows what the give out? Christian Prince, he give every end of the month. What is the give out? We give every month. Nobody knows? We give 70 versions at least, and they are coming with the wax. Nobody touched them, no genie, no human being, guaranteed. All right, they are fixed. Make them version again by Allah. So they are not versions really, but Allah, he make them versions again. All right, which is nothing but a cheating. I mean, a religion will make a woman virgin again each time you sleep with her. You Muslims must be sick. Anyone have a question? Anyone want to call me in Skype? Any Muslim? Open a challenge for the Abdul. Who is a Muslim would like to call me? Why Islam have a moon and a star up their mosque? That's actually is a good question. why Muslims have a star in the top of their mosque. You know, the Muslims, they say that the Quran says worship not the moon. Okay, so we cannot be, as some people claim, that we worship the moon god. You know, obviously the Muslims do not understand that the moon god is not the moon. The moon god is the god of the moon. Now, when we say that the Muslim worship the moon god, doesn't mean that you worship the moon itself. In the old days, there was two gods, the most famous popular. There was the sun god and the moon god. Some nations worship the sun god, some people worship the moon god. However, all those mythology, they have a mixed belief, like the god of the moon having sex with the moon, with the sun god, and etc. And they have three daughters. This is why we see in the Quran Muhammad somehow is approving that God have three, he have sons by this verse. For sure, the Muslim, they will say to you, this is not true, the Quran doesn't say that. You know, let us see. Let me show it to you in a second. I have many pages open, so I need to close some. Oh, you are seeing, by the way, part of my new book. You see the one in the screen? This was part of my new book. So get ready for my new book, which is going to be Islam and Sexuality. Islam and Sexuality. Actually, you know what? Let me share with you a hint of my coming book, as long as it appears in the word in the screen. Let me share the index, some of the index. The book is far from being finished yet. Far. All right. So anyway, this is the index of my coming book. Muhammad Sexuality, Muhammad Sexual Illness and Brain Order, the Science of Sex in Islam, the Sexual Community, Dr. Muhammad the Sex Consultant, Sex in Allah Heaven, and then you know, so this is just you know, I'm just in the beginning. I'm not really, you know, so this is the book which is going to be published, I hope soon as I finish it, for sure. But I believe that this book will be maybe one of the best seller, because I believe Muslims themselves will buy it. You know, Muslims, the second you say sex, Muslims, they go crazy for it. You know what I mean? Now let us close some pages and go to the Quran pages. All right. I'm trying just to adjust the screen here. Before we start, anyone have a question additional to what was the last question you gave me, just to refresh the memory of everybody? It was why the Muslims, they have a sign of the moon at the top of their mosque, right? All right. There's many reasons. And one of them is chapter 54, verse number 1. The Quran have a special chapter, it's called the moon chapter. The Quran does not have a chapter, it's called the chapter of the sun. But the Quran have a chapter, it's called the moon chapter. What happened in this moon chapter? It says that the moon is split and the judgment day is near. The moon split. Yeah, I need a proofreader actually. And if anyone would like to help me, let me know. But I need someone I can trust. So you have to present yourself for me. Ar-Rahman. Okay, let us finish this one and we will talk about Ar-Rahman. Just remind me, please. In the chapter 54, verse number 1, it says that Allah supposedly He make the moon split. You see, the Muslim translation sometimes is very funny. So every Muslim he have his own version of the translation. Let me take the subscribe off. Sorry for that. Where is the subscribe? Okay, take it off from the screen. It's not easy to be the one who do everything at the same time, right? I'm the one who receive calls. I'm the one who show the evidence. I'm the one who show reference. I'm the one who talk. I'm the one who unbelievable. But thank you, Lord. The Lord is our helper. So here you will see that the Muslims are very much connected with their religion with the moon. Why Allah He split the moon? He did not split the sun. Isn't this a good question? If the moon is split, as the Muslims they claim, which is very funny, you know, actually, I was just reading an article about the moon split, and there is an article made by a scientist from NASA saying this is a joke, this is stupid. However, I found an article in from NASA. It's saying it's their own theory. It doesn't mean I believe in it. It says that the moon was part of the Earth in certain time. Do you see it? The moon was part of the Earth in certain time. Not the one the Muslim talk about. The Muslims, they say the moon itself is split, which means there's what, because remember this happened when Muhammad was exist. In the time of Muhammad, the moon split. The NASA says that the Earth and the moon, they used to be one pieces, and then they split. We don't know what happened. That's what the NASA they say, and they split. You agree with it? You don't agree? It doesn't matter really. However, the Muslims, they try to make a scientific miracle of the moon splitting, but what is behind this statement is a very normal thing. It is the eclipse. But you know, not only the Muslims, by the way, they have a lot of stupidity and a lot of madness. There's some people, they claim to be Christians, and they make a lot of fiction stories about eclipse. Just 2 days ago, in the 21st of August, we saw many videos made by Christians or those who claim to be Christians, and I'm a Christian myself, and I say they claim to be Christians because you are misleading people. The Bible never spoke about the eclipse. This is not the eclipse it's speaking about the judgment day. The Bible says that the sun will be darkened. In the eclipse, the sun is not darkened, my friend. The sun is there, it's shiny. It's just a small tiny part of the earth will be in darkness if it's a full eclipse. And the one we have last week, 2 days ago in USA, it was very limited location, even though it's coast to coast, yes, but it was going in a like a slowly moving from time to time, from location to location, and the average is 70 miles. That's it. This is the width of the full darkness, 70 miles only, which means if you are out of the 70 miles, you will not see the full darkness. So the Bible have nothing to do with this, and we do not place fictions inside our book. And that's why I don't like those Christians who make videos claiming that the end of the time of 2017, what is going to happen in 2017, and all this madness. And then people, they get disappointed. Here we go, the eclipse happened and nothing happened, so those people, they were liar as usual. The same as Muhammad when he said in the Quran chapter 54 verse number 1 that the moon split and this is a sign of judgment day. And this was something been said 1400 years ago. So obviously there's many people since the ancient time and today, nothing changed. Human being, he like mystery and he like fictions and he likes stupidity, and sometimes they make stupidity holy. Not the holy is holy for them, no, the stupidity. So in order to convince people that it's the end of the time, I go and I say, oh, we'll go, we have an eclipse, the trumpet will come, and the Messiah is coming, and get ready everybody, and then everybody get ready, and then nothing happened, and then they find out that he was a scammer, the same as Muhammad, who said that judgment day is near and the moon is split. This is why the Messiah, he said, be aware of the false teachers and false prophets. When somebody prophesied to you, when he say the judgment day is tomorrow or next week, or now this is the eclipse is coming, you know, he's talking about what? He's talking about prophesying. He's prophesying for you. He claimed to be a prophet. Those are false ones. And the Messiah said, be aware of their deception. Now, if we go in the Quran, you know, we will see the same stories the Muslims they try to repeat, and they are obviously the same as those scammers we see in YouTube. Speaking about the judgment day, that even the sky will split. As an example, chapter 84, verse number 1. Any Muslim can tell me how the sky will split? Who is a Muslim can explain to me how in the world the sky will split? That cannot happen. Because the sky is an empty, is a space. How you want to split the space? Guys, do you know what I'm talking about? If the sky is an empty space, how I'm going to split an empty space? Any Muslim have an answer? And then Allah will split the sky, and then Allah, he will make the earth flat. Are you serious? Do we have any Muslim there? So we notice that all religious books, they focus too much on stars, moon, sun. However, in Christianity, we have nothing to do with the moon. The moon have nothing to do. Like some of those fiction teachers, they say to you, well, when the Messiah was crucified, there was a darkness on earth, but that was not an eclipse. Don't lie. There's nowhere in the Bible it says an eclipse. Darken, darken. How? It's a miracle. Don't you believe in miracles? I believe. Eclipse is something normal to happen, have nothing to do with the judgment day, have nothing to do with the end of the time, and only 4 people believe in that. It can be there's signs connected to the eclipse, yes, but not the eclipse itself. So when the Messiah, he said the sun will be darkened, that means the sun will expire. The sun will lose its light. That's it. Not the sun will be hiding behind the moon. Yeah, we are going to answer this, and I'm giving you some extra information so we can connect the dots together. So the Muslims, obviously, the skies and the stars, like there's a chapter, it's called the chapter of the star. The chapter of the star. The chapter of the moon. All right. Now, why the Quran concentrating too much on those things? Because Muhammad originally is coming from, he's copying his religion, especially when it's come to the space, to the Sabian. The Sabians, they have their own version of believing in the space and the stars and the planets. This is why we see another story in the Quran speaking about Harut and Marut, if you remember. Harut and Marut, they are 2 angels who came down to earth, and then a woman, her name is Venus, she seduced them, and she made them sleep with her, and they gave her the password to go to Allah. In her way, Allah, he got alarmed, so he cursed her and he made her the planet Venus. Islam adopted this story. So Islam is full of fictions, have to do with the stars, planets, Venus, the moon, etc. Muhammad in different place he says he forbid the Muslims to pray when the sun rise. Why? Anyone knows why? Why the Muslim should not pray when the sun rise? Let us see. I'm trying to find you the hadith. Because simply Muhammad he favored the moon god over the sun god. The sun is the bad one, is the devil. Hold on, let me try to find it. All right, let us see. This English website is very unique. Their search engine is very horrible. Guys, look at this. I found the hadith, but the Muslims have no translation for it. Do you see it? Any Muslim can tell us why there's no translation? Where's the translation? What happened? We found the hadith, but there's no translation. Why did not translate it? Because it's funny, it's stupid, and the Muslims are ashamed of it, so they leave it blank. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense that you translate the whole book, then a few hadith you leave them behind. So what Muhammad said in this hadith, he said, don't wait until the sun rise to pray. Sorry, in here it says, yeah, don't connect your prayer to be with the movement of the sun, like the sunset and the sun rise. For the sun rise from between the two horns of the devil. So here we have two gods. We have a good God, he is the moon god, and we have a bad God, he is the sun god. The sun god is the bad one, and the Muslim should avoid. But let me try to find the hadith in different place. Hold on. Still, I insist, I want to show it to you, even though the Muslims trying to hide it. Let us see. I will turn it off so I don't make you go blind. All right, look at this one. The Prophet said, who is the one who's talking? Allah Messenger. Take notes, Muslims. All right. By the way, the Prophet of Islam, he believed that the heat of the middle of the day is coming from Jahannam. For those who do not know what Jahannam is, in Islam it is the hell. However, Muhammad the thief, he stole the word from the Bible, where it speaks about the value of Jahannam. Anyone knows what is the value of Jahannam? Anyone knows what is the value of Jahannam? What is the value of Jahannam? The value of Jahannam is mentioned in the Bible, which is a value of death. Valley of death. Jahannam or Jahannum. Muhammad, he stole it and he make it the name of his hell. And this is additional proof that Muhammad is a thief. Because how a valley where where garbage is thrown, dead animals are thrown, and the fire never stopped there because they keep burning garbage, Muhammad, he make it the hell for him. You know what I mean? How Jahannam became the hell in Islam? This is a valley exist in Jerusalem, where people, they used to throw garbage, they used to dump the dead animals, and even the Roman, they used to dump the dead ones. How this became Jahannam for Muhammad? You know what I mean? This man is obviously is a thief. He have no dignity, and he is stealing from the Bible, the word of the Bible, and he make it something fit for him. But by doing that, he get himself busted. Let me see if I can find pictures of this valley. I'm just trying. All right. Anyway, maybe you can look for it yourself and try to find the valley of Jahannam, which is a valley close to Jerusalem, where people used to dump their garbage, and they used to dump their dead animals, and the fire always was going through. Why? Because always they are burning to get rid of the garbage. They burn it to avoid diseases, and sickness and flies and etc. They dump the garbage there. It's a dumpster. In Muhammad religion, Jahannam became hell. Maybe we should make a special video about this thing. However, look at what Muhammad he said. Muhammad he said, refrain from praying until it has crossed the zenith, for hell heated up the midday. So Muhammad believed that when you have heat, this is coming from hell, from Jahannam. Then pray as much as you want until Asr, the afternoon, and then refrain from praying until the sun has set. So a Muslim, he have to refrain from praying until the sun set. Why? For it set between the two horns of Satan. Do you see it? The sun. Yeah, actually you are right. The name in English, the Valley of Hanum, correct. The Valley of Hanum. You are right. So don't pray when the sun set. What is the reason, Muhammad? Because the sunset between the two horns of Shaitan. Why Muhammad did not say the sun? Don't pray when the moon is disappearing. Don't pray. Actually, all the Muslim practice is based on the moon. The Muslims, they fast based by the moon, Muhammad himself, he received his revelation by the moon. Everything, every date, every movement, everything in Islam is based on the moon. The Muslim month is a moon month. The year is a moon year. Muhammad, when he see an eclipse, he used to make a special prayer. It's called the prayer of the eclipse, and he go crazy. So what is the relationship with the moon? Obviously, Muhammad is just copying an old religion, which is about the moon. As an example, what is the name of the God of Islam? Every one of you will say Allah, right? That's wrong. That's wrong. If we go in the Quran, we will find the real name of Allah. This is chapter 1, verse number 1. Let us click in Arabic because we need to show you in Arabic. Read with me here. Sorry, you don't know Arabic. For those who speak Arabic, they can read. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. You do not know Arabic, but I'm going to show you in a very easy way. If you look with me here, this is the name of Allah, supposedly, the God of Muslims. Let us make it in red. All right. This is the name of the Muslim God, right? Allah. All right. Look down here. What happened? Why this name here is missing this letter? Do you see it, guys? Do you see it? There's a letter is totally missing. A name, we cannot take any letter from it if it's a name. If your name is a Christian, we cannot take the C off, and we cannot add things to it too. It's a name as it is. It doesn't translate. You don't translate the name too. So if Allah is the name, what happened to the alif here? Alif, this is letter A. This is letter A. What happened to it here? It's taken off because it's not part of the name. When you attach something to the name, that will make it flexible and you can take it off, but you attach it for a reason. So what is the reason? If we speak in Arabic, in the Arabic language, it's going to be as the following. Let's make it for you in English. All right. Allah. This is the name of Allah. Allah. Now what AL mean? We just mentioned, I think yesterday or the day before, that AL is an old Akkadian or Aramaic word which mean God. This is why when we name the god Baal, what we call him? We say Baal. Ba-a-el. What does that mean? Ba is the name of the god. El, it means God. So El is the word mean God. However, in the Arabic today, the word AL or the two letters AL, they mean the, equal to the. So if we want to, if the Muslim want to say that the name of Allah is an Arabic word, the pure Arabic word, still that will prove that Allah, his name is La. Why? Because Allah is taken off from here. It's not exist. So what is left is La, because this word here in Arabic, it says li lah, lillah, li lah. Li in Arabic mean two. Li mean two. So to lah, to lah. So what is the name of the God of Islam? Lah. If we go right now to Google and we search who is Lah, what you will find? Anyone can tell me? Isn't it Lah, the moon god? Sorry, two mean two, yeah, one oh, not two. So isn't it Lah is the moon god? Let us go and search right now in the front of your eyes. All right, we can go to Google. Let me turn Google on. Go to Google. Actually, I can search in the search engine right away. Yeah. All right. Lah is the moon god. Let us see. I'm just trying to find something in the images. You see the problem. There is some images are not allowed to show, so I'm searching in the allowed to reuse. Anyway, there's many. Let us go to this normal search. Hold on. Maybe we can find better. All right. La. Let us search for La. All right. La, other name for the Egyptian moon god. Let us say. Okay. This is a book. It's called The Refuge Dictionary of the Egyptian Gods and Goddess. All right. And here they are showing you La. Let us see. Do you see it? Let me zoom in. I think it's clear, right? Now La is not only the moon god. The moon god, you see, like you are speaking about the crescent moon. Why the crescent moon, not the full moon? That will be explained from the Quran. Let's go from the Quran. We go to the Quran and we find the following. I made many videos actually. Let us see where I made many videos about this issue, and I have it in my book, so you can read it too. Okay. I got this from the Muslim website. All right. The word in the Quran is used as qamar. And the text is so small. We need to make it bigger. Hold on. This is a very Muslim website. All right. A moon is a qamar, one of the heavens rotates, etc., 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 etc. And then you will see here that Islam are using the qamar and al-hilal, al-hilalah. Do you see it? Al-hilalah. let me copy the word for you. And remember, this is from the Muslim. Actually, this is interpretation. This is coming from the interpretation. This is al-hilalah. What al-hilala mean? Let us make it more clear. Al-hilalah. Do you see it? Li lah, ahillah, al-hilal, ahillah. What ahillah mean? Ahil lah, the coming of Allah, or the coming of the God lah. So when the moon disappear, he left. When the moon come, lah is coming. This is why we find the same word in the Quran. It says ahillah, ahil lah. I don't know if what I'm saying is clear for you guys. If there's any confusion, I understand if you are not getting it yet. So lah is the name of the God. This is the moon god. All right. Ahillah, ahil lah. It is the moon god coming. So when the Muslim waits for the crescent moon, they are waiting for what? They are waiting for lah to come. This is why the Muslim they celebrate when? Why the crescent moon is so much in everything? Go right now and search what is the occasion the Muslim they celebrate with the crescent moon. You will see everything in Islam is about the crescent moon. Why? For this is the coming of the God lah. All right, hold on. Let me clear the screen. Here we go. وَيَسْأَلُونَكَ عَنِ الْأَهِلَّةِ. They are asking you about the ahillah, the one we are talking about. What is the ahillah? It is the time to do for people to do hajj. Why the people they do hajj when the ahillah is coming? Chapter 2 verse 189. Any Muslim can tell us? Why the Muslim will do hajj? Right now the Muslim they did the hajj already. Why the Muslims they do hajj when the ahillah is coming? Who's a Muslim want to explain to us? Share a link of what? Of the English one or this? Which one you want? Okay, anyway, let me share with you that one. Here we go. This is the one we were reading from. If you mean this one, the English one. And this is the Quran, chapter 2 verse 189. And remember, this is the Muslim translation, which is not really right. I don't agree with it. All right. Now the ahillah, look what the Muslim fast translation they say. They ask thee concerning the new moons. If there's a new moon and old moon, This is not what the Quran is saying. It says ahilla, and we show it to you from the Muslim website. Ahilla. What is ahilla is ahil lah. Oh, we switch to Arabic, English, sorry. Switch to English. Ahil lah, becoming of lah. So there's a new moon, there's an old moon. Actually, if you go and study a little bit of the Sabians, you will see the Sabians, they celebrate the same practice the Muslim they practice. What the Sabians different is, they say goodbye to lah in one town, and they fast for 30 days. That is Ramadan for the Sabians. They have 30 days Ramadan. So what they do, lah, he leave their town in certain date. So what they do, they fast for 30 days, and then they go to other town. Suppose this is a new moon and this is a new lah. The Sabians believe that there is God, he have 12 houses, and those 12 houses, they are 12 moon. So now God, he is replacing his old moon, moving to the second moon. That's why he disappeared. Guys, are you getting my point? So the moon say bye-bye because Allah, lah, is moving his house from house A, B. That's why if you go in the Quran in different verses, it says the following. Let us see. Let us go to the Quran. Let us switch to Arabic. والقمر قدرناه منازل حتى عاد كالعرجون القديم. Read with me. And the moon we make it as houses. You see it? Chapter 36, verse number 39. Do you see it? So the moon is a house. Is a house for who? It's a mansion. The house is a mansion. It's a mansion, it's a palace, it's a castle of the god Lah. Is the idea clear, guys? Are we clear? We have a guy, his name is Muhammad. I added him. If you would like to call me, call me. Call me Muhammad Kareem. Let us see what you want to say to us. So are we clear, guys? So ahil lah, lah is coming. Lah is leaving. As simple as that. You know, Abdul, if you want to debate me, don't send me a video on Skype. Either you call me. Guys, look at this guy. He sent me a video, says in Skype, Muhammad in the Bible. I mean, are you stupid? Muhammad in the Bible? Okay, can you tell me the Muhammad in the Bible what verse so we can get you busted live on air? No problem. Give me the verse. I'm not going to watch a video. Give me the verse in the text, not here. Let me block you here. I have no time for kids. I thought you want to call me. Post in the text there so we can get you busted. Don't text me here. We are done. I blocked you. I thought you are a man who want to call me. I thought you have the guts to make a phone call live on air and say, you can tell me about Muhammad in the Bible by calling, but you're a coward. Now give me the verses about Muhammad in the Bible so I can get you busted, you and your prophet. Give it to me. Give me the verse. Mahmud. Mad nation. I mean, you Muslims have mental issues. You are desperate. You cannot. If the Bible is corrupt, why Muhammad's name will be in the corrupt book? Are you out of your mind? They are desperate. Let's go back to the topic. So Allah have 12 houses. Allah have 12 houses, and those are the mentions of Allah. Do you see it? That is Al-Hilal. That is the crescent moon you see in the top of the mosque. So did I answer you guys? Did I answer you about why the crescent moon in the top of the mosque? You rang me, I block you? You did not rang me, you're a liar. You never rang. Okay, hold on, I will add you again. Hold on. Let me get you busted. I will add you again and I will call you. I will call you myself, you believe it? Yeah. Let's see if you are a man of your words. If you don't answer, everybody will be laughing at your prophet. Okay. Let us go to Skype here, because I have to open the computer one in order to unblock you. Okay. I'm sure when I unblock him, he will not call. But we will see. What? Now they are asking me for this information is required. Oh man, now I have to do Skype are asking for information. Why is that? I have to fill it. All right. All right, now we are in. So let me see the blocked list. What was your name, Abdul? What was your name? The way it appeared in Skype? Muhammad Kareem. What was your name in Skype? I wish we can watch your video and put it live so we can get you Muslims busted. Give me your name in Skype. Muhammad is my name in Skype. That's Muhammad. And there's many Muhammad here. All of you are Muhammad. No, your name in Skype, there's not Muhammad. There's Muhammad. Okay, maybe this one. Let's see. All right, let's see. I'm going to call you. Answer, huh? Answer. Let's see where we can find Muhammad. Can you text me? Can you text me, Muhammad? Come on, don't waste my time. I have no time for kids. No, I can find you. I look in the ban list and I took you off. So text me. Stop playing games. Text me. I will call you live. Come on, buddy. What is his number? Are you going to text me or not? Abdul, are you going to text me or not? Are you going to call me? Call me now. You are not blocked. Be a man. I will give you, I will count to 10. If you don't call me, I'm going to even to block you in the text. I have no time for kids. So you're a liar. You said you want to call me, but the fact you will never call. Don't use bad words in my text, otherwise I will block you. You call me as well, right? Yeah. Nobody. You see, my Skype is on and the speaker is on. So if you call me, everybody will hear it. Call me again. Let us see. Call me. Try now. Call me. You will not call. Cowards. Anyway, we explained to you what al-la mean and how Muslims, they say bye to la every month, and by the way, most of them, they have no idea what does that mean. Why, when you added me, you sent me a video on YouTube, you did not call me? Abdul. Okay, Abdul, let us do this. As long as you are a coward to call, you're a potato. Give us the verse in the Bible says that Muhammad is in the Bible. Let us see who get busted here. Let me show everybody that every Muslim is a dumb, stupid with certification. I challenge you to give me the verse in the Bible says Muhammad is in the Bible. Do it, Abdul. Do it. Be a man. What is the verse in the Bible says Muhammad there? We are waiting. What do you want from Hunter? You call me, and Hunter is not the one who would debate you. Abdul Potato. No, tell me the verses. We don't want to watch a video. We are not allowed to watch a video because the Muslims, they can flag our video for watching their video and playing it here. You have to tell me the verses. Let me get you busted, you and the one who made the video. Huh? Stupid idiots. They are desperate. You see, when they have a prophet, he is the same as a whore. They try to find an honor for him. This is what a whore she tried to do. She's a whore. So she tried to attach herself to every good name. So what they do, they could not find better book than the Bible to put their prophet name there. But yet our book is bad. You see how hypocrite they are? First of all, Abdul, Your prophet, his name is not Muhammad. Second of all, Abdul, let me show you how stupid you are. I know they will say to you that Muhammad is in the book of Isaiah. You stupid Muslims, that verse is speaking about a false prophet, false priest, false teachers. Are you agreeing that he is a false teacher in Isaiah 29? Yes, they agree. And yes, we agree that this is a verse about someone like your prophet, about false teachers who say the book is sealed and we are unlearned. Which means they put an excuse, they praise God by their tongue. This is what the verse is saying. But in fact, in their heart, they are hypocrites, and that is your God. Any brave Muslim? Do we have any brave Muslim here from the black stone worshipper? I heard something. I don't know what is that. But no call, no. Any Abdul? Why you don't show me the name of your prophet in the Quran and so we can laugh? Why you don't show me how your prophet said that if the women have orgasm first, the baby will be a girl. If the man have orgasm first, the baby will be a boy. We could not find the prophet in your Quran, so you are trying to find him in our book. Huh? Are you sure Muslims? Any Abdul? Who have the courage and the knowledge? I am here to challenge. I accuse you Muslims, all of you, to be a bunch of idiots. You have no idea what are you talking about. You do not even know who is your God, Allah. If I ask a Muslim right now who is Allah, they don't know. Not even a single Muslim, he knew who is Allah. John 14:16. Your prophet in John 14:16. All right, guys. Muhammad in John 14:16, chapter 14, right? Is that the chapter 14? Abdul, is that chapter 14? Okay, one by one. Let me save them in this side. Hold on. One by one. I'm going to save his quotations one by one so we can get you busted Muslims, and I will make everybody like what you Muslims. You Muslims are an insult to your prophet. You know what insult mean? You are a disgrace. Everybody will be laughing at your prophet in a second. Hold on. I'm just copying the verses you are posting one by one, and we will show everybody how stupid the Muslims are. John 14:16 and 17. Okay, what else? Anything else he post? Song of Songs 5:10, right? And 5:11. All right. Let us start from Song of Songs 5:10 and 5:11. I don't know. I hear a sound as if somebody, but I have nothing here. Maybe this is when people log in. This sound come. All right. Let us search for the Song of Songs, where the Abdul, he is trying to say to us the name of his prophet. Song of Songs, chapter 5, verse number 10 and 11. Right? All right. Let us go there. Abdul, this is a Song of Songs, and this is a chapter 5, verse number 10 and 11. Everybody will be laughing at you. He made a video before,
is speaking about the Song of Songs, saying it's a porn. It is a porn. But the Muslims today, they found the name of the prophet in the porn. So did that he don't, somebody mentioned to him that there's the name of Muhammadim is in the Song of Songs. Suddenly did that he never said that Song of Songs is a book of porn. So let us read together and laugh at Muhammad. I charge you, O daughter of Jerusalem, if you find my beloved, that you tell him that I am sick of love. What is the beloved more than another beloved, or the fairest among women? Is that your prophet? What is the beloved more than another beloved, that it does so charge us? My beloved is white and ruddy. Abdul, your prophet is white and ruddy, and he is the chiefest among 10,000s. You Muslims are only 10,000s. Okay. His head is as the most fine gold. Your prophet, his head is the same as a most fine gold. His locks as bushy, and black as raven. Abdul, your prophet, his head is bushy, his locks are bushy. His eyes are the eyes of a dove by the rivers of the water, washed with milk and fitly set. His cheek, this is Sulaiman is singing for the cheek of Muhammad, guys, and the eyes for Muhammad, and the hair of Muhammad, and the chest of Muhammad, and the lips of Muhammad. His cheek are as a bed, spice as a sweet flower. His lips like lilies, drop sweat, smelling myrrh. Do you see it? Sulaiman is singing for the lips of Muhammad. Oh, sorry, my screen is not on. Unbelievable. Sorry, it's my fault. Forgive me, guys. I thought it's coming in the screen. So all this time I'm reading for you, you guys didn't see it. Now, the most funny thing about Muhammad, then, if this is about Muhammad, that his legs as pearl of marble, his set, the set upon sockets of fine gold. Muslims, you're a prophet, he have a very beautiful legs. That is something. Are you sure, Abdul, that this is about your prophet? Muhammad, are you sure that this is about your prophet? Are you there, Muhammad? How beautiful the legs of your prophet, please. Can you describe for us? Are they really beautiful like marble? Don't use bad language, guys. Don't use bad language in the text. I will block you. It doesn't matter who you are. No bad language. Abdul, are you there? And all the conversation is for the Jews, the people, the daughter of Jerusalem. Your prophet was in Jerusalem, and he have nice legs like marbles, and there's bushes, they grow in his chest. He have a green bushes, green grass grow in the chest of your prophet. Do the grass grow in the legs of the prophet too? Oh, no, he have a bushes, but they Abdul, answer me, is that about your prophet, yes or no? Now let us go to the second verse he posed for us so we can laugh. And you know, the hypocrite did that. He himself, he said that the Song of Songs is the book of porn. But the coward later, when somebody told him that there's a Muhammadim, you know, so he said, oh, this is a holy book then. It's not a book of porn. The same song was the song of porn. But since somebody told him Muhammadim is there, it became a holy book. Now we can go. We go to John 14. John 14, you said, right? Hold on, hold on. John 14, he said, verse number 16. Okay, let us see Muhammad in John 14, verse number 16. I want to see him. And I will pray the Father, and he shall give you another comforter. Ah, this is the comforter, Muhammad. Abdul, do you see how stupid you Muslims are? It says that he is a spirit. And he will stay with you forever. You Muslims, do you claim that Muhammad is staying with us forever? The dump Abdul who say Muhammad is the comforter, is your comforter Muhammad is staying with us forever, or he's alive or he's dead? Do you see how dumb the Muslims are? Look what Jesus said. Even the spirit of truth, whom the world cannot receive because it sees him not, neither know him, but you know him, for he dwelleth with you and shall be with you. I will not leave you comfortless. I will come to you. So the Messiah, he will be with us as the Holy Spirit. He will leave, but he will leave with us the comfort, the Holy Spirit, which is going to stay with us forever. You dumb Muslims, you are so desperate, and you are so stupid, and you are so dumb to the point you try to find Muhammad anywhere. You see how stupid they are? The one who the Messiah will send is someone we will not be able to see. The verse in front of you, it is a spirit, and he says, I will not leave you, I will be with you. This is why the Messiah, he says, every two of you mention my name, I will be between them, which means he is going to be the third, which means the Messiah must be God. For how every two can mention his name, he can be between, unless he is God. So Muslims, they have a failure to prove to them to prove to us Islam from their book, and they have a failure to prove Islam to us from our book. And do you see Jesus said, my Father? Do you Muslims believe that your God is the Father, you idiot? Huh? Are you there, hypocrite Abdul? Do you Muslims agree that Jesus, when he said, my Father, you believe in that, right? Because you said this verse is about your prophet. So you believe that Jesus have a father. Trust me, Kareem, we are not scared to watch any video. But the Muslims, always when we use their videos, they flag my videos. This is why the videos which I make contain Muslim videos. I don't post it on my channel. You can go down there. You will find tons of videos I made for Muslims, have their videos, but it doesn't post on YouTube channel because they flag it. You are the one who is afraid of our videos, and you are the one who's afraid to call us, and the proof is here. Now, do we have any other question? Who is here? He is not believe that Muhammad is not stupid yet. Who is a Muslim when prove to me that Muhammad not only not qualified to be a prophet, he isn't even qualified to be a policeman. He is not even qualified to be a guy who work in a restaurant. He was dirty, filthy. When I say dirty, I mean it. Do you know how Muhammad, he used to clean his hands after he do bad things? He touched the floor, and then he dry his hands in the wall of his room. All right, we go to Ar-Rahman. The one is asking us for Ar-Rahman is a black ball. If we go in the Quran, we will find that the name of Ar-Rahman appear everywhere. However, it's a proof that Muslims, they are fabricating Quran by using the word Ar-Rahman. Why? The first time Muhammad he used the word Ar-Rahman, the Arab they said to Muhammad, the only Rahman we know is Rahmanul Yamama. You see, the Muslims, they add in the front of every chapter Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, almost all of them, like At-Tawbah doesn't have that. Ar-Rahman, you see, Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahman. It's all over. There's an obsession with the name of Ar-Rahman. When the first time Muhammad he used the word Ar-Rahman, there was a false prophet like Muhammad. His name is Rahmanul Yamama. Rahman al-Yamama. There's a verse in the Quran. Let me go there, and we will show you the interpretation. Actually, here it's in front of us. Chapter 7, verse 110. It says, say, I call Allah all the good names, Ar-Rahman, for all the names belong to him. What was behind this verse? Read with me. Say, call upon Allah or call upon Ar-Rahman. Why? Because the Arab they said to him, who is Ar-Rahman? You always say Allah, Allah, Allah. Now you have something new. Do you have a new God? So Muhammad, when I explained to them, he said, I call him Allah and I call him Ar-Rahman by whatever name ye call him, for all the most beautiful names belong to him. Question. This is a chapter what? This is chapter 17. This is chapter 17, verse 110. If we go and look for what the Muslims call the book, or let us say the revelation order. Let me find you a website. Hold on. Revelation order. Let's see. I'm just trying to find an Islamic website. Let's see. Because I needed to prove to you a point so you can understand what I'm saying to you. Sometimes you find it easy, depending on the key search you do. Now I know why it's coming wrong, because it was coming all right. All right, guys, read with me here. Sorry for making you wait a little bit. This is the Quran in the revelation order. For those who do not know, the Muslims, they played with their Quran, which means, as you see in the screen, the chapter which is 96 today, it used to be number 1 today. I mean, sorry, 96 today. Today, 96 at the time of Muhammad, it was number 1 in the time of Muhammad. So the Muslims, there's no question, they change we don't want to change the topic, Black, just focus one by one. So the Quran order today is not the same as the Quran supposedly was given to Muhammad. That being said, the chapter of Al-Ahzab, the chapter of 17, or the one we are talking about, sorry, chapter of Al-Isra, chapter 17, verse number 110. What was the order of that verse? Al-Isra. If we search here, we find do you see it, guys? The chapters we are talking about, all of them, they have wrong number. This is a chapter of Al-Isra. Read with me. This is the chapter of Al-Isra. Based on the revelation, it was a chapter number 50. Based on the Quran today, it is a chapter number 17. All right, what does that mean? Why this first time the word Ar-Rahman appeared to Muhammad after 50 chapter was revealed to Muhammad? How we can prove that? Because the verse itself explain, and even the interpretation. The Arab, they said to him, who is Ar-Rahman? Who is what? Ar-Rahman. And they said to him, the only Rahman we know is the guy who called himself Rahman al-Yamama, the guy, the Muslim, they call him Musaylama, the false prophet, who is the same as Muhammad. This is the first time they hear Muhammad using the word Ar-Rahman, but this is after 50 chapter Muhammad he received from his God. He never mentioned the word Rahman. Are you getting my point? So then how the word Ar-Rahman come to appear in every verse in the Quran, every chapter? It was an addition. It's not part of the Quran. All right? It's not part of the Quran. So the Muslims added those verses to the Quran, and the first time Muhammad he received that chapter, it was a chapter number 50. And the question is, if one of the names of Allah, the most important names, is Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim, and Allah, how come Allah waited 50 chapter, half of the Quran is 114 chapter? Why Allah he waited almost the half of the life of Muhammad, actually his life as a prophet supposedly, to tell Muhammad about Ar-Rahman? Simply Muhammad he heard the guy who his name is Musaylama, he sent Muhammad a letter saying to him, I am Rahman al-Yamama, I invite you to worship my God Rahman. Muhammad he liked it. So Muhammad he said, when he wrote back, he said, right there, right, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. The Muslims and the Arab around him, they said, who is Ar-Rahman? And then he have to give us this verse saying, I call him Allah or I call him Ar-Rahman, it doesn't matter, for all the good names belong to Allah. For this is the first time ever they hear such a name. Any Muslims don't agree with this. Any Muslim don't agree, so I can get you busted, because we can open the interpretation right now, right here, and you Muslims will read with us, and you will see how much fictions you have in your religion and how much Muhammad was a thief. Even the name of Ar-Rahman he stole from this guy. Not only this, even the name Muslim. This guy, he is the one who claimed to be the first Muslim. This is why the Muslim, they make fun of him. They say his name is Musaylama. Musaylama is to make fun of somebody. You know, like if I want to make a fun of a Muslim, I say to him, you are a Musaylim, not a Muslim. You know what I mean? Musaylim is like make him small, like, you know, stupid. It's a way to insult. So the guy, his original name is Muslim. The Muslims, they switch his name, the same as they did to the uncle of Muhammad. They call him Abu Lahab, but his name is not really Abu Lahab. You don't have a son, his name is Lahab. None of his kids his name is Lahab. So what? Abu Lahab, they call him Abu Lahab because he will go to hell supposedly. So always they make fun of anyone he is an enemy to Muhammad. They change their names to insult. So the guy here, Muhammad, who stole the name of Ar-Rahman, he put it in his Quran. People around him, they were wondering where he got this from, and they said to him, the only Rahman we know is Rahmanul Yamama, which means the prophet of the Yamama. Any Abdul don't agree? Let me see if I can find the hadith in the English website so we can get Muhammad more busted. And we'll find it here now. But we can find it in the book of Al-Bidayah and Al-Nihaya. This is the book of Al-Bidayah and Al-Nihaya for Ibn Kathir. Read with me here for those who speak Arabic. Okay. وقد كان تسمى بالرحمن. This guy himself, he called himself Rahman, and he say, and people, they call him Rahmanul Yamama. And the Muslim, they say that this man, when he was killed, he was 150 years old. Obviously this is too much exaggeration. And Muslim have a problem with this. Any Muslim, you're a prophet, he stole the name of Ar-Rahman from this guy. And we can go right now and we search for the Rahman al-Yamama, and you will find tons of references speaking about this story. Actually, we can go right now to the book is called Asbab al-Nuzul. Asbab al-Nuzul simply is a book which is present the reasons for verses to come. Let us do that. All right, let us switch. أسباب النزول. أسباب النزول mean the reasons for the verses to come. All right. Look, guys, read with me. When Muhammad he wrote Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, the Arab, the idolaters, then commented, we know Ar-Rahman, you know, we know Allah, we know Ar-Rahim, but who is Ar-Rahman? So why the Arab, they never heard Muhammad ever saying the word Ar-Rahman? Any Muslim can tell us? Why not from the first verse? If the Muslim says that Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim is exist from the beginning of the Quran, if we go to the chapter 96, the first chapter Muhammad he received, the first one ever he received. Chapter 96, verse number 4, verse number 1, verse number 2, number etc. Why Allah did not say to Muhammad, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim? You see it, guys, it appears in the top of the verse in Arabic, but it's not verse number 1. Do you see it? Which means the Muslims, they added to their Quran, it's not period part of their Quran. There is no in the name of Allah Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. What happened? What happened to Bismillah ar-Rahman? Why the first statement Muhammad, if this is the most important names of him, do not present for him that this is Ar-Rahman, this is Allah, this is Ar-Rahim? This should be start from the beginning. It's like, you know, after 20 years reporting for you, or 10 years reporting for you verses, and then say, hey, by the way, my name is Ar-Rahman. Well, nice to meet you. So Muhammad was preaching about his God, but yet he never heard of Ar-Rahman yet. So he received 50 chapters, and yet he never heard of Ar-Rahman. And the Arab, they say to him, we know who is Ar-Rahim, who is Ar-Rahman. And look what Muhammad he said. You mention very little beneficent, and yet Allah mentioned his names in the Torah. In the Torah. But this is not really taken from the Torah. This is taken from Ar-Rahman, the guy who claimed to be Ar-Rahman. Question: if this name, as Muhammad said, is mentioned in the Torah, why is not mentioned from the beginning of the Quran? Abdul? Who's Abdul? Have an answer. Let me see if I can find the other hadith. I'm searching. Here we go. But but let me see still if I can find it in English. Hold on. No. Anyway, let us read the reference together. It says here that Abu Jahl, he heard the Prophet saying, Muhammad saying, Ya Allah, Ya Rahman. So Abu Jahl, the uncle of Muhammad, said to him, فقال, so he said, oh Muhammad, he is asking us not to worship other gods, but yet he is worshiping two gods now. So the verse came down. Which means Muhammad never ever mentioned the name of Ar-Rahman in front of those people around him. Suddenly he is talking about Ar-Rahman. Why? How? No explanation. However, in different reference we will find the following. They said to him, Quraysh, they said to Muhammad, it's been said to us that you are learning or copying from a man, he is from the Yamama. Yamama is an area. يقال له Ar-Rahman, and people they call him Ar-Rahman, and we don't believe in him. This guy, he claimed to be a false prophet. So he took the name of Ar-Rahman from the guy of his name Rahman al-Yamama. And actually, some of the Arab, they say that this guy Rahman al-Yamama, as it says here, he asked the Arab to believe in him as God. And I believe strongly Muhammad, he copied Ar-Rahman from this man. And the reference in front of you Muslims. All those references about the same story. The guy, his name is Ar-Rahman. At-Tabari, Al-Qurtubi, etc., etc., etc. All of them speak about Ar-Rahman. Do we have any Muslim here have a comment? And a Muslim disagree? Any Muslim agree? The Muslims, by the way, are the same citizen of Saddam Hussein. They agree, they disagree, who care? As long as you are a terrorist, everybody agree. Anyway, guys, I hope today we cover a good part. And actually, I was planning to open only for 1 hour. Do you see, guys, what you are doing for me? Every day I say I want to do broadcast only for 1 hour. And then we end with 4 or 5 hours. I am going to punish you. Just Barbar, don't come over here. Guys, do you know what Barbar he said? He said, I got a Christian prince busted because he said that the book of a priest and prophet is written by a Muslim. He was lying. I got him busted lying. You stupid idiot. For me, I never saw the name of the original writer because always the book is printed under Abu Musa al-Hariri. And this is nobody use. It's a form of old ages from the time of Muhammad, like when the people they say Abu Huraira, Abu Bakr, Abu, nobody writes, nobody has such a name in these days. We have a last name normally, not Abu. So the name author is Abu Musa al-Hariri. This is the only name I know. That's why I said I believe that this guy is an ex-Muslim. However, if he reveal his name later, that will not make any difference. Still, the book is an amazing book. I advise people to read it if they can, and you will see how your prophet got busted, and he spanked your prophet, the thief, left and right. You see, he's worried about who wrote the book, not about what is inside the book. The only, actually the copy I have, it's a smuggled copy because it was forbidden. This book is forbidden in the Middle East in many countries. The only country I think it's allowed to have it, it was Lebanon, and I was able to get it from there. And it was a horrible copy, written most of it copy by hand. Like imagine how much terror they have. So the one who was copying, it was not really like a printed copy. So it was like a book of notes, and the book of notes is written by somebody. His hands writing is really horrible too, but still at that time I was able to enjoy it. However, when I travel, I could not take it with me because I was afraid they might catch it in the airport. It's forbidden book. It's totally forbidden, but now because of the internet, thank you Lord, Muhammad got busted left and right. All right, so guys, I want to say thank you for being here today. Tomorrow we will be here together, but tomorrow for sure I will make it shorter because I have to finish my book. If every day I stay here with you 5 hours, I mean, forget about it. I will never finish my book. So tomorrow we will be here together again at 4:30, and maybe we'll make it shorter, maybe an hour and a half, and that's it. Even if the topic is not over, I will cut it off and leave it for the second day because still it's a long time. 5 hours every day is not easy. So thank you guys for being here. May the Lord bless you all, and don't forget please to subscribe. If you are a new person in our channel, invite your friends and tell them about what we do. And if you like to support us, there is a donation link down there for those who like to help in donation. May the Lord bless you, and as always we say and end our show, exposing Muhammad, Christ is Lord and Islam is false. Amen to that, and see you tomorrow soon again. Bye bye.